AzCFL.
And welcome to AzCFL Game of the Week. Tonight we are here at week 1 of the playoffs, wildcard weekend. Super excited for tonight's event as the Avondale Reapers square off against the West Valley Headhunters. JR, as we wound down the regular season and kind of steamrolled into the playoffs, we have two teams that have some bad blood and some no love lost as they're trying to top off what is the second meeting between the two teams. The Headhunters getting the best of them, and as the Reapers have dubbed it, the Revenge Tour. Yes. But welcome to the broadcast, and I'm excited to get this playoff season started with you.
I am extremely excited about the playoffs. I've been talking about it for the last 3 or 4 weeks about how excited I am about these playoffs. From here going forward, every game should be action-packed, hard-hitting, hard-nosed football, and then that's what Arizona football is all about. Starting with these two teams here with the Headhunters and Reapers. As you mentioned, they did play earlier in the season in what was a great action-packed football game that came down to the last series of the game in which the Headhunters was able to pull it out. This game is going to be absolutely amazing.
And, you know, as we often talk about momentum, carrying your swag and your style into the playoffs, both teams entering the playoffs at 6-4, but tonight they both start 0-0. Fresh season, fresh start. Excited to get the game tonight as the as the coin toss was just underway, and it looks like the Headhunters are set to receive. As we're excited for an action-packed night. Usually we say a full slate of football, but again, only 2 games going tonight. One of which is taking place right now at Prescott between the Silverbacks and the Owls, and the winner of both games tonight will determine the rest of the playoff picture. But for tonight, man, Headhunters, Reapers, let's get it going.
I can't wait for it to see this matchup. Starting at quarterback for the Headhunters tonight will be number 4, Tyrus Kistler. And everybody knows about Mr. Lucky Davison at running back number 13, and they get to start right now on the offensive side of the ball. Can't wait to see how this starts.
As the kickoff trickles to the back of the end zone where the Headhunters will set up shop for a touchback. And for those viewing at home, welcome to Game of the Week. Again, Jesse Burke, J.R. Warner, as we have Headhunters and Reapers. Headhunters rocking the black pants, red tops, black helmets. Reapers white on white with the purple, black and purple buckets.
Anxious to see how the Headhunters get going today. And talking with Coach Phil, the offensive coordinator for the Headhunters, he wants to utilize a quick game. He believes that they got too one-dimensional the last time they played the Reapers, forcing a lot of passes downfield and being strictly reliant on Lucky. He made it a point to mention they've got a lot of players, a lot of guys that can get it done. He plans on utilizing all the talent that the Headhunters have available today. So I'm curious to see if he wants to start the game off by running, mixing up with the pass, and how he chooses to use Lucky as a distraction in order to get other players involved.
Well, on the defensive side of things for the Reapers, they got some ball hawks in themselves. Christian Guyton has 5 interceptions on the season, so definitely don't want to throw it in his vicinity as he will not be afraid to come down with it. But setting up shop, and let's see what the Headhunters got.
So far, 2-by-2 look here for the Headhunters, 1st and 10, spreading the Reapers out as they come out in a 4-3 defense.
And somebody's excited as either jumped early or is teased off sides. Let's see. And looks to be encroachment on the defense. But stoppage of play. Let's see. So clock resets now to first replay of the down. So first down as the Headhunters were gifted 5 yards.
3-by-1 look here by the Headhunters. Trips right.
Quarterback rolls out right now, steps in the middle, has to tuck it himself. He's got some room. He's still running. He's riding the sideline. He's got a blocker in front. And what a run as he squeaks out around the 15-yard line, and the Headhunters in business early.
Yeah, and they wanted to be a lot more dynamic in this playoffs. They wanted to come out here and they wanted to put the ball in their playmakers' hands. And number 4, Kistler, getting it done right off the bat at quarterback, using his legs to his advantage. Him and Lucky will be a great 1-2 punch as this game goes on, as they continue to play. Great start here by the Headhunters, able to go ahead and get the ball rolling early.
Yeah, definitely looked to his right, rolled out, said, nah, I got it, and kind of stepped up there and took his team on his coattails. And first down and some early action early in this game.
Now, the Reapers wanted to mix it up today and show some different blitz schemes and things like that. This would be a great opportunity for them to do so. So let's see what the Reapers do to try to counteract how the Headhunters have come out and tried to spread them out so far. Here comes a blitz.
So
there it is.
Handoff is not effective or not handed off to avoid the crisis, but again, like you said, not effective as a second down now
And
as
on
the tackle for
cue,
loss.
Reapers on the blitz right up the middle, getting after this Headhunter team, needing to make a big play right away, and they did that. Good job by the Reapers there. It'll bring up 2nd and long now here for the Headhunters, and we'll see how they counter.
So talking to some of the Reapers players, talking about they've done this playoff tour, the revenge tour, as Kessler throws it to the right, got a man. He tries to gun it upfield, but is met by about 4 white jerseys. Let's see who came down with the play on that.
And on that play was number 44, Carlos Juarez, and number 24 for the Reapers, Cortez Norris.
So let's see. 3rd down now for the Headhunters. Definitely in that pocket of interest, as we call in the game of the week. It tends to be where the most action is.
Right around the 25-yard line for sure.
As let's see what they
2-by-2 look here for the Headhunters. Reaper showing 2 safeties deep.
Quarterback steps in there, sheds the tackler, wants to, and cannot escape the next man as he's shy of the line of scrimmage. So after great run off the bat,
Yeah.
3 kind of stagnant plays, and now 4th and long.
Now, you know, we got to give, credit to the Reapers here for, after letting up that big play, now settling down into the emotion of a playoff football game and getting stopped, starting to play their game. You see they send a hard blitz on 1st down and try to get a big play in the backfield, which they get, and that sets up situations that the Headhunters don't want to be in, 2nd and long situations. So kudos to the Reapers and their coaching staff for what they're trying to do right now, and so far it's been able to work after that big run. So trips right here to the far side of the field for the Headhunters.
Kessler looks right, has to shed a defender, does. Now he's running left, tries to get to the sticks, and he might be past the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it.
They mark him just shy.
Looks like the ref is spotting it just shy. So defense is stopped by the Reapers, but hold on, as another ref was signaling 1st down. So they're going to have a conversation here. And, never mind. See, he got confused. 1st down for the Reapers.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there by the officials, but no big deal here. Big stop there by the Reapers after that big run by Kessler. Now the Reapers will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own. Looks like, what is that, about the 15-yard line. So good job by the Reapers. Way to take the first shot, but then, bend, not break defense and turn around now on offense and see what they can get done.
So putting coaching hat on you real quick, no field goal attempt early in the game?
I'm not sure there's a solid kicker on the Headhunters. I don't believe that they have a field goal kicker, but I would have gone for a field goal if I have a kicker that's capable, for sure.
So here comes the handoff to number 30. That is Micah Pete.
That's a good hard-nosed run there by Micah to establish themselves in the trenches. Great job by the offensive line. A great combo block there between the center and guard to work their way to the next level to help spring Micah there for a pretty solid run. Bring up 2nd and 4 here.
The Reapers are behind the helm, or at the helm of KP, leading the league in touchdown passes this year. Very impressive. Your man has 18 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, he has 4 rushing, I believe, doesn't he?
He has 6 rushing.
6 rushing.
For 500 yards. So he's been working.
7, 8 picks on the season?
He's been working. Yeah, only 8 picks on the season.
Not bad.
As he throws it over the middle to Big Stepper, 87, Charles Gant.
Charles Gant claims to be the best tight end in the league.
Self-proclaimed. Just like I'm self-diagnosed lactose intolerant, he's self-proclaimed.
Claims to be the best
Big
tight end in the
stepper.
league. But he definitely makes plays for this football team. He's made some big plays.
Backing it up there. Hey, what a better time to back it up under the lights,
he's made
on
some
camera.
big plays on 3rd down for this team this year. He's made some big catches, big runs. So
Big stepper,
no
big
one's
play.
been able to really stop him so far to make him, think that he's not the best. So, big shout out there to number 87.
So 1st down, and KP looking good already. As these are 2 teams both new to the CFL Game of the Week spotlight.
Yeah.
As, it was antsy to get to call one of these teams, and now we got both. So.
Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
Empty look here for the Reapers. Headhunter showing a 34 with 2 safeties high.
So KP now rolls right. tries to put some jello on a player and cannot. Or no, he can. He stays alive. He gets to the sticks for a first down. So KP putting on the Superman cape early and telling his team to jump on my back.
Yeah,
I got y'all.
This is a dangerous game here for the Headhunters. I mean, it's hard to beat the same team twice in a year, and as you can see, the Reapers are coming out with a hunger and a passion to get this W. So this is a great timeout here by the Headhunters. Have a chance to really talk about some things. They've been blown off the ball the very first few plays that they've ran here so far. So great timeout by Rudy and the gang. Talk to your boys, settle them down, and let's see if we can start playing some Headhunter type football going forward.
Definitely. I mean, like you said, momentum's a big thing.
Right.
And besides that first run by Kistler, it's kind of been all Reapers early in this first quarter.
Yeah. Reaper, like I said, they're coming out with some passion. They're coming out with some fire. They lost this last game in a game that they really believe they should have won. So the last time that these two teams met. So they're going to come out here. They're going to put their best foot forward. Headhunters are going to have to weather the storm here to begin. They're going to have to take that first punch and then be willing to throw a counter attack. And then when everything settles, it's going to come down to X and O's and execution. That's how the playoffs work. That's how football works. So at the end of the day, you can have as much passion and fire as you want. You can chant all you want, make all the noise you want, but you got to come out here and play for 4 quarters. And looks like the Reapers so far are ready to do that.
I will say the Reapers do get loud. They're an emotional team. They like to hype each other up. I like it, the family aspect. The Headhunters, they got their own vibe going on coming from the DFL. They're a cohesive unit. And one of the coaches let me know that, hey, even though they only won by 2 points that game, the first match, it was due to them also letting up 3 touchdowns, or not putting up 3 touchdowns. So they felt that they didn't even put on their best performance. And I told them, hey, well, what a better time to, cash in on those 3 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, they had quite a few turnovers in the red zone, too, the last time they played. So a lot of points left off the board for the Headhunters the last time, as number 30, Micah, gets the ball up the middle for about a 1.5 yard gain.
So, Micah coming in around 500 yards, almost 500 on the season, 5 touchdowns. So almost or 4 touchdowns, almost a touchdown every 100 yards.
Yeah.
So. Nice consistency.
Yeah, he's a very physical downhill type back. He runs with his pads in front of him, which is what you like to see. Head up. He's really good at finding the cutback lane. So if you're an offensive lineman and you're blocking for a guy like that, you just want to be able to get your hands on your defender, drive the best way you can, and then let that guy be the playmaker that he is. And he's been able to do a pretty good job for them this season.
So second down now for the Reapers as the sun is slowly setting here at Cortez High School.
Trips left here now. 3-by-1 look here for the Reapers.
KP now looks left, throws it, connects to Gant, and he is met early by number 12 of the Headhunters. That good tackle by number 12.
So that'll bring up 3rd and about 5 here now for
Charles
the Reapers.
Liking.
Charles Lacong.
Lacong.
I got you, buddy.
La King Kong.
La King Kong. 6:44 here with this timeout left in the first quarter here, as looks like the Reapers choose to have a conversation here before this 3rd and short situation.
Looks to be a player is down as the trainer is carting on. So player is taking a knee. Hopefully he is not in too much danger, and hopefully just a cramp or something. As the refs are trying to get the clock corrected, as we're trying to. We have. I did meet the team trainer for the Reapers. Her name is Venus. So shouts to her getting the players right. She said that they bounced back from a player had a broken foot all the way to cramps, all the way to upper body injuries. So they've been dealing with a lot here at the Reaper camp.
Yeah. That's part of the trials of a long football season. You're at it for 10 weeks. You get 1 bye week. But for 9 weeks, your guys are going out there and laying their bodies on the line. That's why numbers are important. The injury bug does hit. You hope for no injuries, but in case of an injury, you hope it's not serious and that they're able to get back by in time. The playoffs are around, and both teams are healthy walking into this game. So.
Well, that's why they talk about, hydration and conditioning. Right. And sometimes you think coaches are just being mean by wanting you to run and do drills. It's to preserve longevity. Right. And know that when you go deep into a season, you're going to be outworking the other teams based on your conditioning.
Right. And That's what it's all about, is proper conditioning, proper training, proper nutrition, And a lot of these guys, probably didn't come to this season prepared for what it endured, and hopefully in the offseason they get better at it.
KP now trying to run it himself, goes up the middle.
Gets the first down. Good job.
And KP already 2 first downs, so good on him. We talked a lot about his arm capability, but so far he's been getting it done with his legs.
Yeah, and he talked about that before the game, is that he plans on using his legs to his ability. He sees a lot of cover 4 out of the headhunter. So when you play a lot of cover 4, it usually leaves you susceptible to a lot of QB runs or draw type plays and things like that nature. So KP's fully ready to put the team on his back today if he needs to and run the ball for as many yards as the headhunters will allow him to run for. So great job there by him, picking up the first down, bring up 1st and 10 here now with 6 minutes left in the first quarter for the Reapers.
Yeah, I mean, often you talk about players wanting to get their love and their stats up, but I imagine in the playoffs it's like, bro, I don't care if I go bagel. We win, I'm happy. As the handoff is faked, as KP throws it, as Gant is looking for a flag, and I think he's not going to get one.
Yeah, not going to get one on that. Very good coverage there by the outside linebacker. I believe that's number 52 from the Headhunters, Wilbur Rivera. And in speaking with Wilbur, he talked about, he knows that this Headhunter defense has let up quite a bit of points on the season, and he talked about playing together. He's one of the captains of this defensive team, and he likes to remind them that outside of football, there's still life. So just come out, leave everything out on the field, use football as a chance to escape. It was his message to his boys for the game today, and just let it all hang out on the line and see what happens. So that's the mentality that him and this defense is bringing into this game is, you know what, just play, have some fun. At the end of the day, we'll see where everything lies. And that's a really cool and awesome perspective, if you ask me.
For sure, especially in football, you prepare to win next week, but in the playoffs, if you lose, there is no next week. So sometimes you live like it's your last, right?
Yeah.
As the handoff to Micah, again, as he's doing some dancing, gets to the hole and is quickly devoured by a sea of red. So 2nd down now, or should bring up a 3rd.
Yeah, like
3rd down.
3rd down.
After, the incomplete to. So 3rd down now as the Reapers, as you cross midfield, things again tend to get things slowed down.
Yeah.
It's the playoffs. Everything's zoomed in. Everything's enhanced. We talk about how, every play matters, game adventures. Well, it really comes down to it tonight. So KP looking for his third first down on this drive.
KP rolls out to the right.
Throws it right. And can't be brought in, but there's a flag thrown. I don't know about that call, as the defender got there right when the ball was.
So we'll see what he's actually going to call here. I'm kind of curious to see as to why the flag was thrown here. I wonder what he's got. Maybe a push off on the offensive receiver, because it looked like the corner there had a good job, good read on the ball, and played the ball very well. So
intended receiver was Johnny Mosley, number 18.
That's what they got. They got offensive interference on the Reapers, which the Headhunters will decline and bring up 4th down, and it's about 7 yards.
Yeah, good defensive play. He definitely got there where the ball was. So.
Oh yeah.
Stopping the. Let's see, another penalty is declined, as you said. So. Good call, and now let's see if the pooch punt comes out, or KP and them are trying to get this first down.
Looks like they're going for it. There's still quite a bit of. Looks like there's quite a bit of.
Let's see, and now a timeout taken by, I believe, the Reapers now, as the Headhunters are talking things over.
Yeah.
And should be should be 3:44 on the clock, as the refs are discussing correct timing, and both teams are talking things over. But yeah, JR, on the other side of, I don't want to say the other side of town, but in another town, Prescott, we have the Silverbacks and the Owls going at it right now. Silverbacks, as we know, talk of the regular season, 9-1. But you're only as good as your last game. They lost last week.
Yeah, they lost
to a Bucks squad that's also been underperforming, not living up to their expectations.
Right.
And now, from what last I saw, they were down 18-0 at a half.
Yeah, they're down 18-0 to a hungry Owls team, traveling up to the northern part of Arizona to take them on their own home field. It's It's tough because you don't want to peak early in the season. And I think possibly that may be a case of what happened or what is happening with the Silverbacks right now. They peaked early, kind of showed all their cards within the first few weeks, and now everyone's got the game plan, and they're coming in there and kind of, getting manhandled, so to speak. Because from what I understand, the Bucks kind of led it the whole way last time.
It's a difficult situation because it's not like you ever want to lose, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
You play in front of you, but sometimes you learn from the losses. As KP rolls out right, throws it on the run, has a man.
It's caught.
And it's caught. He's in. That's touchdown by number 8, Jonathan Bolden.
Good job by KP.
Great
there.
positioning by KP to step in there, get the pass as he had a defender on his back. The defender got past and was just waiting for like an invite to a dinner party and was said, hey, join me for 6. I got 6 at the crib waiting for you. And KP's early, adding his first playoff touchdown.
KP did a great job there, and now he'll go in history as a Reaper, as the first Reaper to throw a touchdown pass in history. So that's pretty cool stuff right there.
That is cool. Groundbreaking here on the AzCFL.
And Bolden will be the first receiver to catch a touchdown pass in Reaper history. So let that be noted, guys.
First playoff.
First playoff appearance. We just witnessed the first thrown touchdown pass between 2 great young men that plan to do this for a few years to come. So that's pretty cool stuff.
For those viewing back home, you're in for a treat, and you're in for some history being made tonight. As the extra point attempt is underway, snap, hold, kick is good. So the score is 7-0. As we have an early score in the first quarter, which is something we always, are happy to receive. So, 7-0 early. And what did you see on that? I mean, majority of it was KP pulling up his legs, and then eventually he said, "Nah, I got an arm too.
No, KP
let that thing fly."
Did a great job just being patient in the pocket, not getting too rattled. He looked like he wanted to roll at it first, but then realized that he didn't need to do that, and then settled inside the pocket and delivered a great ball downfield. What's unfortunate is that the defensive back, the corner, got turned around in the situation. So anytime you don't know where the man is and you're looking for the ball, you can't find the ball or the man, that's going to result in a touchdown. That's what happened for the Headhunters. But 7-0, the Headhunters have been able to score over 20 points a game for the last few games. So, no, they're not out of it by any means. They'll just get back to the drawing board here and utilize their strong points with Lucky and Kessler and see what they can do going forward.
Definitely. And as for the Reapers, they want to not give up a big run like they did early on their first defensive effort. So, waiting on a score update from the Owls game, and we will provide that once we get it to you.
Actually, now that we do have an update, the Owls are up 18 to the Silverbacks 14. So the Silverbacks coming back scoring 14 unanswered.
As the kick returner is stopped around the 26-yard line. So, at first I was going to hit you with a really corny pun, but I'm going to do it anyway. I was going to say the Silverbacks were playing the Owls, and the Owls turned around, looked at the Silverbacks, and said, who?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. It doesn't stop in the playoffs?
It doesn't stop. It's only starting up. Welcome to the playoffs. AzCFL. I'm your host, Jesse Burke, alongside J.R. Warner.
He said, who? I'm sick.
Oh,
but my gosh.
We're in store for a great second half. I guess ending of a second half. As sounds like they've picked back up there at Prescott. So we'll get the final score when we can. But we're excited and in store for some special playoff action here as the Reapers are up 7-0 early in this game, late in this first quarter, early in this playoffs. Here we go.
Double tight pistol formation here for the Headhunters.
As a handoff up the middle is not too effective. I'd say a gain of 2, if not, 2.
Yeah, looks like was that Lucky on the carry there? Lucky on the carry up the middle for 2.
Lucky number 13.
13.
Of course.
So that'll be second and about 7 here. Looks like they gave him 3 yards here on that play.
Okay,
so second and
3.
7. 2 minutes, 3 seconds, and counting here in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game. Reapers are up.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Motion here by the Headhunters.
Handoff up the middle. Hits the hole quick and then is hit quick himself.
Yeah, that
53 on the stop.
Absolutely great play by the linebacker, 53 from the Reapers.
53 on the Reaper is Vincent
Gatton.
And I believe the handoff was to number 1 on the Headhunters, Josu Menhua. I am guessing the J and V, the J would be silent.
I'm thinking it's Hilzu.
Oh, yeah. Why would the first... nice play by number 1.
3rd and 5 here now for the Headhunters. Pistol formation, double tight look.
And here
Quick
comes
toss
a
to the
pitch.
outside.
Looks to be a fake flea flicker. He reverses field. I believe that's Lucky. Gets to the sticks for a first down and is pushed out of bounds by number 32.
That kid is talented.
Deontay Hennessy. That's my favorite name.
Deontay Hennessy.
Deontay Hennessy. Anything is possible.
I'm done. Here we go again.
So
I wonder why we're not moving the sticks here. There might be some confusion on if you got the first down. Oh, there's a flag out there. Okay.
And that's the worst thing. You can't give up penalties after you get progress. So
yeah,
unfortunate, lack of discipline. We talk about when you have an opponent, you can't let the refs or yourself be an opponent as well.
Right.
So loss of a bunch, and now looking like 3rd and 5.
Yeah, so they basically the play is basically a void after the big gain. Get yourself a penalty, put you right back where you started. But we'll have a pistol, looks like pistol strong formation here for the Headhunters.
As a player gets there quick, flag is thrown.
Might have an offside.
Might have gotten there too soon. That's Xavier Covarubio.
Yeah, it looked like they might have a lineman there in the neutral zone, perhaps. Let's see what the referee's got to call here.
So 3rd down now.
Yep,
Let's see, repeat of down.
Looks like it's going to be marching forward. Yeah, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty here on the Reapers for offsides. They got 3rd and short here.
So then
now.
they get it back. They got the penalty that I guess.
Not really, because they would have had a first down.
Yeah, true.
The last one. Yeah, so it'll just bring up 3rd and short here now for the Headhunters. With 24 seconds and counting here in the first quarter as we wind it all down in the first quarter here.
So the ball is set, and I believe, the clock runs here when the ball is set.
So
let's see if they get a playoff before the first quarter ends.
Another pistol strong formation here for the Headhunters.
And they do.
Quarterback looks, and he doesn't find his running back, has to take off on his feet.
Brings the defender down with him. That was a good tackle and a good hit by Cortez Norris.
Yeah, that's a great play by Norris coming down, making a good wrap-up. But good heads-up play there by Kistler, the quarterback. Not him and his running back weren't on the same page there, and him doing a great job improvising and then making something out of nothing, able to pick up the first down here for the Headhunters. Great job there.
So with that being said, we've entered the second quarter of AzCFL Game of the Week. Wildcard weekend, man. Headhunters, Reapers, 7-0 early in this game. And so far it's been KP doing it with his legs, his arm, and so far that's been it. Yeah,
KP's been playing well. As of now, the Headhunters are looking like they're just starting to settle down into their offense and starting to kind of get the ball going. They did have that big play earlier in the game by Kistler where he was able to he dropped back for a pass, nothing was there, and he was able to take off for about 45 yards down the field. So Headhunters have had a couple big plays here and there, but right now they look like they're starting to settle in, being able to run the ball a little bit, starting to get steady, starting to open up their playbook a little bit, and then we'll see how the Reapers try to counter that. But the story has been KP, his poise in the pocket, his ability to run the ball when needed. And right now he looks like a great leader here for this Reapers football team going forward.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen some early jumping and some, jitters and early emotions and stuff. But he looks, like you said, poised and has that leadership mentality. And, he wants to make his first playoff game a memorable one.
Yeah, and both these teams are very young football teams, but a lot of these guys are playing in their first ever playoff game. So, of course, early on you see a lot of jitters. So it's fun watching them start to settle down and just play football now.
As Kistler hands it off, I believe that's Lucky.
It's like an off-tackle play here that he has to stretch out to the outside, picks up about 3 yards here on the play.
So, slow but steady for the Headhunters after that first big run. Got to imagine that was probably just lack of assignment on the defensive side for the Reapers, or just caught somebody sleeping. Because
that's just a football player making a football play.
He was dancing on him, man.
He had nowhere to go with the pass, and then he had to improvised, and he made a great play. So, sometimes you just got to give credit where credit's due.
True. Respect.
Everything else was shut down. He took off with his legs, made a great play. So split back formation here, a spread split back here for the Headhunters.
So Kistler now looks to throw left. He doesn't. He runs up in the pocket again, gets past the first guy, sidesteps another guy.
What a move.
Put number 27 on some skates.
That was a great move. That's going to be on his highlight film.
That's going to be on NBA TV, man, for broken ankles.
That's on his highlight film for sure. A little stutter step there.
Say, excuse me.
He made both defenders tackle each other. What a great play there by Kistler.
He said, hey, trying to make more of these football moves that JR is talking about,
So I think the Reapers really need to make some type of adjustment here. Maybe spy him a little bit, or I think that would be the answer, because they're dropping back into a cover 3 or cover 2 look, and they're just letting him just kind of pick him apart with his legs here the first half of this game. So
yeah, and he's making moves on the second or third step. It's not like he's just running up. He's thinking about it, which is giving him time.
He's about 7 yards downfield before he's got to make a choice, right? So they gotta figure out a way to slow that down, or else that's going to be very hurtful. It's going to definitely keep their defense on the field and tire them out. Spread look here for the Headhunters.
As direct snap to one.
Ooh, he trucks him.
As he's trying to get a highlight going for himself. So good on him. We'll get his name right. Josu Menevois.
That was a great run by Josu. Great run. I'll make sure that we talk to him at halftime.
Yeah, we'll get
his
name right
correctly. Well, that was a great, powerful run. He absolutely demolished some poor linebacker who tried to meet him in the hole.
And the handoff, it was like poetry in motion. It slowed down, and he caught it and just.
They always tell you that on defense the lower man wins. Use your leverage, but lower man didn't win that time. Lower man was just caught on the ground getting ran over.
His intentions were pure.
They were pure, definitely pure. 2nd and 4 here now for the Headhunters. 2-by-1 look here, tight end attached. Motions the slot here to the right side.
As a handoff now to Lucky.
Good tackle.
He is not Lucky and is brought down as the player is slow to get up.
Looks like that's number 32 for the Reapers, Deontay Hennessy again.
Hennessy grimacing in pain as he goes down now to the field. So let's see if they get a trainer out there. It's it's upper body. It's always the mindset they think, you should be able to run off. But when you're in enough pain.
He's probably just got like a dead arm or something, man. Sometimes it happens, a little stinger to the arm. It'll be okay. He just, it's funny, when you look at, on the TV doesn't do it enough justice. It's exactly like the size of Lucky Davis. You see him, you'd swear he's a scrawny kid, but when you get up close to Lucky Davis, he's a very fit kid. He's a big athlete. He's sort of a specimen in some sorts. And it shows by the way he plays. So coming downhill, try to tackle a kid of that stature, that size. Sometimes you get the worst end of it. And it looks like he did on that play.
Yeah, I mean that's why. As for football, I love broadcasting. That's on you guys to take these hits.
Yeah.
You do them way better than I would.
Usually, the defensive player gets the better of them, but every once in a while, man, you run up against a guy that can make you pay for tackling him.
Right.
Another guy that does that very well.
Doing your job.
Your AD does that very well too.
Yes.
The Phantom, he'll, you try to tackle AD, he'll put his helmet down, his shoulder down. He'll make you feel every single time you try to tackle him. So
dynamics.
And that's how you become that dynamic. Eventually, someone's going to miss a tackle. Someone's going to, that wear and tear on the defense does pay off. Being a physical runner does pay off in the long term of a football game. So, that's what makes Lucky so successful this year, and being able to capitalize on getting so many touchdowns for this Headhunter defense, Headhunter offense.
So sounds like he works hard in the off season just as much as in the on season.
Oh yeah, definitely doesn't shy away from push-ups and sit-ups. That's for sure. 2-by-1 look here for the Headhunters as Kistler rolls right, then back left.
53's on him. He throws it now. Dangerous pass as it was just kind of cross his body over the middle. As number 6 and 53 on the Reapers were there to meet him. That is Vincent Gayton and number 6, Amay Donzel. Donzel Amay.
Second quarter here, 11:30 in the quarter. It'll be 4th and short here for the Headhunters. This is a big play for the Headhunters. Reapers got momentum on the offensive side of the ball right now. They definitely want to get this first down and continue this drive and continue a chance at scoring some points. The last thing they need is for this hot Reapers offense to get back on this football field and put up another score and go down 2 scores. So big 4th down here. I know who I'd be trying to get the ball to, but let's see what they try to do.
4th down now. Let's see. Fake pitch. Kistler's got it.
He's gone.
He's got a first down and more, and he may have 6. Let's see.
Touchdown,
Number 4 does have 6. Touchdown,
That
Headhunters.
is a great play call there by the offensive coordinator there for the Headhunters. You know, they've been running strong all game long to the strong side, and of course you use your game changer as a decoy. Fake pitch to Lucky, have your quarterback keep it, and have him make a read and get on the outside edge and go get in the end zone. That's a great play call, great execution there by the Headhunters. Now we got a 7-6 ball game. We'll see what happens on the extra point.
Kistler's telling KP, anything you can do, I can do better.
Hey, I mean, it was a great design play, well executed. Offensive line did a great job selling it up front. You know, and that's the thing. This Headhunters team, they've been able to score points all year long. It's their Achilles, so to speak, is can they get stops when they need to, because they got a lot of offensive high power. The play calling's been solid for them offensively all year long, and the O-line's been playing very well.
So here they're going to 2-point conversion attempt, as makes the first man miss and is not able to make the second guy miss.
He's not in.
And he's going to be short. So you got to appreciate the hunger and the desire to, the hunger for more, trying to top your opponent always, but that's the risk.
That's the
high risk, high reward.
That's the risk.
But with that, the score remains 7-6.
Yep.
Reapers, early action in this second quarter, but some good back and forth.
Yeah.
Heavyweight punches being thrown back and forth by these featherweights, if you will, wild card,
Wild card matchup,
the undercard. So, 7-6, the excitement we asked for, and definitely what we anticipated, this being a rematch.
Yeah.
One being donned the revenge tour, another being donned as like continuation of their past success.
Yeah. And and the thing about it is both these football teams, the last time they played, this was kind of a similar game. We're kind of seeing the same game twice in a sense, with big plays early, a big play early, defensive stop, come back down and score. There was a lot of back and forth before, and then and like we said then, if that was any indication to what it would be if they made it in the playoffs, then we'd have another great football game, and that's what this is panning out to be, another great football game between two very young and talented football teams.
And let's see, as the ball carrier brings it to around the 39-yard line as he's bulldozed out of bounds. That's number 18, Mosley for the Reapers.
Update for the Silverbacks and Owls game. Owls managed to get in the end zone one more time now, making the score 24-14 in favor of the Owls up north in Prescott.
How much time is left?
11:34 left in the fourth quarter. So Silverbacks are going to get the ball back. Hopefully, if you're them, you score, right? And then you get a chance to get a stop and see what you can make happen. But right now, the number 1 seed is losing.
And the Owls traveled to their stadium.
The Owls went ahead and climbed up 6,000 feet in elevation.
They're used to that, right?
Not at all. Not in Tempe.
I'm saying bird, like the bird, the owl.
Oh, the owl
used
bird.
To.
Oh, it was one of those things you do again.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay, got it. KP here in an empty set for the Reapers. 3-4 look here for the Headhunters. 1 safety high look here, showing a cover 3 versus empty.
KP now looks over the middle, guns down his receiver, and that's Big Steppa with the big catch. Good play in between 2 defenders, man. So
that was a good pitch. That was a really good throw by KP.
KP and Charles Gant holding their own. You go on wax and say I'm the best tight end in the league. You back it up.
Yeah, you back it up, and I mean he's got a matchup he likes. He's a taller, quicker guy than the outside linebacker he's getting matched up on. They're doing a great job switching them to each side and kind of picking on the smaller in terms of height outside linebacker that these Headhunters have. And at the end of the day, he's a quicker tight end. So it's hard for them to keep up. They can't go up and meet the ball at the highest point with them. And it's a very good strategy here for the Reapers to utilize him in this offense over the middle of the field and on the edges to their success. And so far it's working for them. as they show up in a pistol, twins to the right.
Now a pitch now to Micah, and it is not fooling the defender as he brings him down. Solid textbook tackle by the headhunter defender there. I believe number 12.
No, that wasn't Lekong on that one.
No.
It's just hard to see his number here because it's dark on the field and they have black jerseys, black numbers.
Yeah, I think
so.
But headhunter made a play.
Yeah.
But no, going back to, like you're saying, targeting the smaller guy, we saw that in the Outlaws and Spartans.
Right.
They kept trying to target, and then he actually ended up getting the best of him.
The Davion. They were trying to get Davion May, and he ended up, at the end of the day, with the last laugh of that one, waving his finger and telling them that they couldn't do it. Yeah, not happening over here.
The shop is closed.
I'll tell you what, though, Shoggun saved them on one of those.
Yeah, he
Big
did.
Cam saved them. The wily veteran saved them on one of those. As KP fakes the handoff, looks left, and goes deep.
Lets
He's got a guy.
Fly. And intercepted. One of the better interceptions you will see.
Yeah,
Man-to-man coverage. Let's see what number that was, because that was impressive. That should be on SportsCenter tonight. Let's see who that was, as he stride for stride stepped with his man and, did his homework assignment, if you will. So let's see who that was as he comes to the sideline. I believe that's number 16? No, number 10 on the Headhunters.
Yeah.
Good on you, number 10, Keith Newsome Jr.
Yeah, that's a great job continuing to fight. At first, he was kind of beaten off the line. He continued to fight through the contact and work his way downfield and then get his head to the ball, be able to make a football play. I mean, that's just a great play by a defensive back, just not giving up on a play, because he had a chance there. He could have been like, I'm beat, I'm done. But that ball slightly underthrown, and he was able to capitalize on that. So great job there by the young man.
But, still good on KP to get it somewhere.
Yeah.
Again, one-on-one, it wasn't a bad throw. It was the right guy to throw it to.
They're just slightly underthrown. I would have liked to see that ball go more towards the front pylon.
True.
And have his, receiver try to get under it. But, hey, I'm sure he wishes he had that one back. But at the end of the day, great play by the defensive player for the Headhunters.
As another handoff to, looks like they're switching out running backs between Manowar and Lucky.
Yeah.
And number 4.
At the end of the day, you're going to need your star players to really excel in the second half of the ball game. So real smart here, splitting up the carries here between Lucky and number 1. I'm not going to continue to butcher his name. So real good job by the coaching staff here, splitting their carries, splitting the impact. As I'm sure as the game goes on, you'll see more of a imprint of Lucky's stamp on this football game, so to speak. 7:20 here and counting in the second quarter. 7-6 ball game in favor of the Reapers. Headhunters on their own 22-yard line in spread double tight.
As fake handoff now, Kistler's looking to gun this thing. Steps into it, lets it fly, has a man, and it is caught. Again, waiting for it to fall down right at the 45-yard line. Brings it home. Covers it up. Solid catch, solid first down, solid play. Headhunters in business.
Yeah, Kistler's able to get a little bit more on that football. He's got a touchdown pass, man. That's I know he's running for his life and he's scrambling all over the field, but man, if he's able to get just a little bit more on that ball, he's able to catch that ball possibly in stride and get and take it in for a touchdown. But great throw, great catch by the wide receiver there.
Number
the
14.
Headhunters now are cooking back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, that was Ryan Thompson on the catch. I say anybody rocking number 14, you got to be special, and that was a special play. So shouts to you for holding the responsibility that is rocking number 14.
Yes, good job by you. Split back formation, spread look here for the Headhunters. 2 safety high look for the Reapers.
Kistler now backpedaling.
You got a wheel right on the outside.
Throws it.
Yep, there it is. Oh,
incomplete.
Close.
Nice attempt, a little higher outside of the receiver's reach, but touched his hands. You got to come down with it.
Yeah, you got to come down with it. Definitely a catchable ball. But anytime you're strung up there as a receiver with your hands straight up, you're off the ground, and you can feel the defender coming towards you. It's a little nerve-wracking of a situation, but definitely had a chance to bring that ball down and possibly make a play after the catch with that one. So I'm sure he wants that back, but I'm sure Kistler would love to be able to put the ball in the money so his receiver doesn't have to jump 50 feet in the air. So, fault on both sides there, so to speak.
I think you're onto something. I think maybe if they came with if football, scientists could invent a time machine for football.
Oh yeah.
And every player you get one, like a review.
Yeah.
You get 2 reviews, but if you win it, you get another one.
You get to go back in time, and then
I would have scored a bunch of those. I would haves can be.
Well, there you had it, guys.
Out.
If we ever figure out time travel,
It's going to be used
Jess has
for
got
football.
The blueprint to how some of us can lose some Vegas bets. So
as Kessler looks over the middle now, looks right, throws it. That receiver snags it and cuts it upfield for a couple extra yards. Will be brought down around the 30.
That's like the 41-yard line.
Yeah,
41-yard line here. Now for the Headhunters, 4:50 and counting here in the second quarter. 7-6 ball game in favor of the Reapers, coming out early with a very good pitch and catch from KP to a receiver downfield. And then the Headhunters showing a misdirection one way on a toss. Quarterback keeps it, goes the opposite way for about a 30-yard touchdown score. And those are our two scores in this ball game. Difference in the ball game, one extra point was made, one wasn't.
And what do we say, JR? You live and die by what?
Special teams. Special teams makes the world go around.
You know?
You got to make sure you're getting it done in all three phases.
All three. And
So third and long here now for the Headhunters, about 3rd and 7. They're showing trips left, 3-by-1 look out of spread. Headhunters showing one safety high, looking like a cover 3 look. They've just switched it up here, so they're going cover 4 versus a 3-by-1.
As Kessler looks to throw it, lets it fly, has
He's
a
got
man.
him. Touchdown.
And exactly like you
He's caught it.
said,
Touchdown.
he had to lead
Yep.
his receiver, and he did just that,
Yep.
and he led him into the end zone for 6. Let's find out who that was. That may have been 14 again,
Yeah.
as I believe that may have been Thompson, but let's see. As
looks like that is number 14, Thompson.
definitely hard to see from here.
Yeah.
Some insight for the teams designing their uniforms next year. If you want the most exposure, make sure your numbers are visible by camera and at night.
That is absolutely wonderful advice, because if they're not visible by camera at night, we can only see them when they're players on the bench.
And, you know, we talk about team identity. You guys as one.
Yeah, you become the defense and the offense.
You are the Headhunters.
Yes.
So great catch
by the Headhunters.
By the Headhunters. Great throw by the Headhunters.
Yeah,
and extra point attempt underway by the Headhunters.
All right, pistol strong look here. Pistol spread, double tight.
And handoff now to Jozu. Let's see if he gets it this time, and he may have gotten.
He's physical, good physical.
Let's
runner.
see, and he's got it. So now the tables have turned, and the Headhunters are up 14-7.
Yeah, that's a great job there. Great physical run by number 1, putting his head down like he's been all game long, being that physical type runner. All the other backs for the Headhunters bring this elusiveness, this I'll make a guy miss. He brings that I'm running right at you and I'm going to run you over mentality, and it is absolutely awesome to watch.
Thunder and lightning.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely what Lendell White and Reggie Bush kind of feel.
I like that. Tiki Barber, Ron Dane.
Yeah, Ron Dane.
Heisman Trophy winner.
I ain't mad at
Wisconsin. Take them back.
So big score there by the Headhunters, now making the score now 14-7 with 3:50 left here in the second quarter, and the Headhunters are feeling themselves. Kessler's going absolutely nuts on the sideline, slapping up his teammates, getting them all riled up. They are excited about what's happening right now, playing a very important playoff football game versus the Reapers.
Definitely, you know, they're amped to go into the second half, and you know, there's plenty of time left in this first half.
Oh yeah, it's not out. The way KP's been playing, you know, take away that one throw. The way KP's been playing, man, they can definitely come back out and put points up in a heartbeat. So we'll see how the Reapers answer to the punch here thrown out from the Headhunters.
Yeah, especially when you capitalize off of a turnover. Momentum builds twofold. As this goes,
on top of this.
Their returner has to pick it up, as he does. Number 15 cuts it up to the left side of the field. He's got some room to run and is met finally now around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, about 15.
So he ran around 15 yards and got 5, I'd say.
Yep.
That was number 15, Fernando Daniel. They call him Fetty. I believe. Yeah, Fetty.
Yeah, that's a good job there in the special teams games by the Headhunters, getting downfield quickly and stopping that play before it can even develop. That's a very huge momentum type play, just building off of the back-to-back scores that they were just able to come up on. So great job there by the Headhunters, and let's see if they can continue that momentum. As we've seen in some games this year, a lot can happen in the final 2 minutes of the first half. So this is a really important position here for the Reapers. Hopefully they can put it together to keep this game close and not let it get out of hand.
Yeah, and, you know, one play at a time, one game at a time. So KP, wants this game but can't do it all at once. So let's see how they bounce back.
In motion, a big tight end out wide here.
Handoff now. He bounces it out. Micah now steps up the middle, and he's probably good for around 2 yards, if not 3.
Yeah,
Or maybe 4.
I like the idea of motioning the guy who's been making a lot of plays out wide, trying to get the defense's eyes to shift, and then bringing the inside zone back underneath. The problem with that, though, you didn't get a good push from your center and guard combination, so that inside zone had to get bounced outside, and anytime you're bouncing the inside zone outside, it's not going to be very successful. So way to make something out of nothing there for the Reapers, bringing up a second and looks about 7. Second and 7 here.
We have made it to the 2-minute warning of AzCFL Game of the Week. Wild Card Weekend, the Headhunters of the West Valley are going against the Avondale Reapers. We have a score right now, 14-7. As definitely an exciting matchup.
Yep.
Some back and forth, like you said, punches being thrown, and some advantages off turnovers. So we have definitely a lot of action pack in this first half, and then the teams have a lot to go off of to fix for the second half.
Yeah, no, and what we're seeing, like again, there's a lot of up and coming young semi-pro football players in this league, and these two teams are showcasing some of the best young talent that we have in this league, in Kistler and Davis and KP, and it's just great to watch. As an older guy, I guess you could say, that's kind of been around semi-pro a while now. It's
a dinosaur.
Okay, we didn't go that far. All right, we didn't go that far. But it's fun to watch the game continue to evolve and get better, and young guys continue to have interest in this game. And the semi-pro football in Arizona is in good hands, man, with some of this talent out here. It's great to watch.
Definitely, the future's bright. So
yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Trips left here for the Reapers. KP looks left and takes off.
Steps in the pocket now, throws it, gets it off to Micah. He's got some room to run. Makes the first guy miss. Second guy brings him down right around the 44 as a minute 32 left in this half. And I wonder how much time left is in the Owls game. I imagine it's got to get down to the wire.
Yeah.
5:50 left?
3:50.
3:50 left.
3:50 left in that game. 24-14 game still in favor of the Owls. So
time's
number
ticking.
1 seed Silverbacks looking like they'll be making an exit here.
They look like they will
the first round
be silver because they come in second. Like that.
The Silverbacks, there's still time left in that ball game, but if they do end up with a loss, nothing to be ashamed of, man. They had a great football season, man. So
playoff picture, let's talk about indications or implications.
Right.
If the Owls hang on and win, they'll be the 4th seed, and they would go on to play.
They play the Lions.
They'd play the Lions, and then the winner of this game would go play the Rebels.
The Rebels, correct.
As this is right outside the reach of number 17, Jesse Samora, great name, as he attempted to make that catch. So, minute left here. As super excited for the second half. We got Beyonce performing at halftime, so make sure to stay tuned for that. No, just kidding. But one day soon, we will have some halftime performances,
entertainment,
some music, some artists, all in due time. But for now, straight football, straight action,
straight action,
playoff action.
You gotta come up with your own halftime. Like go out into your backyard and put some music
grill,
on,
throw on
around.
some more grill, shrimp on the Barbies.
Flip a steak or something.
Yeah.
Ghost formation here empty formation here for the Reapers. 3-by-2, 3 to the wide side of the field here. Looks like they're trying to isolate the tight end down below.
KP now rolls left. Takes it himself. Let's see if he can get to the sticks. And he does. KP riding the sideline to the first down. And
just got word score now to the Owls. Silverbacks game is 24-20.
Ooh, creeping.
Silverbacks get in the end zone and make it a ball game here with right around 2 minutes left in the ball game. So
extra point attempt under the way, or do they go for 2 and not make it?
I would say go for the extra point if you got a kicker. Make it a 3-point game and live or die with the consequences. But we'll see what they do as we get an update in a little bit. Empty formation here, again by the Reapers here, trying to spread the Headhunters out with 54 seconds left here in the half.
KP looks over the middle. Dangerous as that pass sailed out of the hands of Elijah Thomas.
So, unfortunately,
spoke
after
too
the
soon.
Silverbacks get in the end zone, they had a penalty on that play that brought that play all the way back. So that touchdown is a void, and the score will remain 24-14. So, unfortunate penalty there for the Silverbacks as they are not able to, get a touchdown and make that game a little bit closer. But obviously, they're still barking on the door, so we'll see what happens as we get an update from that game.
So let's see. Second down now for the Reapers.
3-by-1 pistol formation here for the Reapers.
Throws it to number 8, complete as he runs it up the sideline himself and is pushed out around the 35. That is Jonathan Bolden, the receiver on the touchdown, I believe.
Yeah. So Bolden again is very quick, elusive type of receiver, able to catch that ball on a quick screen to the receiver and bounce it outside and pick up some big yards. So Reapers doing a good job, trying to mix it up here. They've done some run, they've done some pass, they've taken their shots when they think they've had it. They're really trying to pull out all the stops they can to try to pull out this football game. And these guys are playing real hard, and it's showing in the efforts that's their efforts are showing in the results.
Definitely, and it's all about the preparation. Talking to these teams before the week and hearing about how the focus has been, obviously going to the mountaintop. But when you are able to replay a team that you got either the better of, if they got the best of you of, it's always that much sweeter. As KP throws it on his back foot, complete to number 18. Shakes, makes the first guy miss.
Hit.
Is brought down viciously by number 41 on the Headhunters.
That's number 41. Looks like or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I think it was 40.
Yeah, we'll go with 40. Steven
Menahuar. Might be related, as we have a player hurt or somebody took a timeout. Somebody took a timeout. Possibly because somebody was hurt. Who knows?
So 35 seconds left here in the second half as we have a timeout on the field. 14-7 ball game in favor of the Headhunters. So Headhunters withstand the early blow from the Reapers and then come back and deliver 2 unanswered scores on their own. And Reapers here now trying to respond.
So, often as we approach halftime, I tend to ask you to put on your coaching hat. So both teams got some things to fix going into halftime. So we'll find out what, if you were on the Reaper side of things, what your input would be. And then on the Headhunters, we'll find out. But as for now, we got 35 seconds of the rest of this half to unravel.
Yes. Spread formation here by the Reapers, 2-by-2. Looks like the Headhunters are showing a 34 defense here, 1 safety high.
As KP now looks, throws on his back foot, has a man. It's Bolden,
caught it.
And he's holding another touchdown. Great play, great separation, great completion, and we got ourselves a great almost tie game as we're 1 point away from being just that. So Bolden already 2 touchdowns and a half, letting them know that 8 is great.
Yeah, I mean, number 8, Big Bolden in there. Little guy, but definitely tall in his play and his efforts, man. He's having a great game so far tonight. Really quick, really elusive. He's just simply just blowing the top off of the defense. The DBs don't look like they're able to keep up with the kid. So great job by him. Great job by KP in finding him. And we got ourselves a really good football game here tonight.
And this, you tune in for, this is what you asked for. A great matchup as the snap, hold, kick is good.
Yes.
And we have a tie game, but flag on the field might be roughing the kicker. As you would decline. And
probably decline.
You should decline. If you could assess it on the kickoff, that'd be nice. But I don't know if that's an option.
So, yeah, that penalty will be declined to make it a 14-14 ball game here for the Headhunters Reaper game. But that's a great pitch and catch from KP to Bolden, man. They're doing a great job connecting. You can see they're on the same page. And this is just a result of, all season long we've been watching, in a sense, some sloppy football here and there by some of the top teams around. And, as you get to the playoffs, you're watching two teams right now offensively that are firing on all cylinders, and this is the kind of football that you're going to see going forward in this playoffs is teams that are finally put it all together, finally figured out what their strong points are, what their weak points are, and they're starting to play to their strengths. And that's why playoff football is so fun to be a part of, so fun to watch, because it truly is when you are starting to see teams at their best.
Definitely. And, KP starting off the playoffs like he ended the regular season. He had 18 passing touchdowns. He's got 2 in this first half.
Yeah.
He's definitely backing up what we've been talking about all year. Big Steppa is stepping up,
Right.
Backing up his self-proclaimed best tight end in the league. And then on the Headhunter side, they got the dual action running back being switched out. They got Kistler that's saying, hey, I could do everything too. I'm out here. And, this is exactly what we signed up for. Squib kick over the middle. Dangerous. They should just let that go, as I believe he recovered it around the 30-yard line. So had he just let that go out of bounds, the Headhunters would have been able to set up around the 40. And this is where teams need to be composed and disciplined, as the last thing you want to do.
Just some pushing and shoving. It's all harmless. No
However, in the playoffs, the last thing you want to do is get one of your star players kicked out of a game because of somebody pushed you after a whistle.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's a playoff game. There's some emotion. There's going to be some, tempers here and there. And part of it you like to see. You like to see a team that, if you're on that team, you like to see a team that's willing to come out and fight and battle it, as long as they know when to stop and when it's over.
Usually when the whistle blows.
It's
and
over.
That's why the flags throw if not. But 29.2 seconds left, as definitely exciting wild card matchup, game of the week, holding up to its name. And let's see, as the Headhunters and Reapers are pleading their cases. I didn't do it, ref. He did it. It wasn't me. It was him.
Yeah, it's his fault. It wasn't my fault, but at the end of the day, shouldn't have been anyone's fault. So we'll see. We'll see who they pin the blame on. Looks like it's going to go against the Headhunters.
So
they tend to usually catch the guy who retaliates. So.
Right. So not the instigator, but the retaliator.
There we go. So 29 seconds here in the second quarter of the first half.
Got some good fans, sized crowd over there for the Reaper Nation.
Yeah, Reaper got quite a bit of guys out there in the stands yelling and screaming and chanting along with the team. So good turnout here for the Reaper side. And the Headhunters got a few people over here too, chanting, screaming, yelling.
Respectfully.
Great atmosphere in this football game here as the
Kistler now rolls left. Oh, ball's on the ground. Dangerous as he tries to pick it up, and he does.
He's still running. He's
just down and finally gets down. So Dangerous to Daredevilish to let's see if we just let the clock go to the
He had a guy absolutely wide open over the middle of the field.
And that's when he looked like he wanted to throw it.
About 15 yards behind the safety. It was pretty – if he's able to set his feet, let that thing fly, it'd be 20 to 14 right now. But it didn't go his way there. And he'll go ahead and probably have a quick timeout here to stop the clock and have a quick word and quick drink and get back to it.
I mean, at this point now, their heels are on the goal line. I think you want to take a knee, and it looks like they're on the 5-yard line. Yeah, I mean, 5.7 seconds left. Reaper defense, breathing down your neck. I say you take a knee and go to half.
Yeah, I mean, 14-14 ball game. I mean, if I'm pinned down deep in my own territory, I'm probably just trying to get out of the half as well. But 8 seconds here, put back on the clock according to the refs. And, with 8 seconds, you got a chance to make a play, but the chances of making a play, throwing the ball or running for 80 yards is going to be pretty tough.
8 seconds left.
Yep. So huddle is break, and the Reaper's trying to urge the crowd to get back into it. One guy throwing his hands up, trying to get hype. And the Headhunter's still talking to it after the whistle referee coming over here saying, hey, let's get back to football. So we'll see what the Headhunters try to do here. See if they try to take the conservative route or if they try to keep adding on points.
So, I mean, from the last play, it looked like they were in the intentions of, running it up or trying to add it. But now after almost giving the ball right on the end zone to, almost giving the Reapers a quick 6, let's see what they go with now.
Yeah, I'd go with get out the half. So we'll see what they choose to do. 2-by-2 look here, spread for the Headhunters.
And
Kistler
they're
looks
going to make
left.
a play as the defender gets the quarterback. He evades it. Kistler's got some room to run, and he will be bumped out of bounds as the clock hits 0. And we have reached halftime here at AzCFL Game of the Week.
So we're just in. Game is over between the Silverbacks and the Tempe Owls.
And what happened?
We have an upset. Tempe Owls pull it out 24-14 over the Silverbacks.
Wow. You're just as good as your last game. And the last game they played, they lost.
That's just tough. Starting your season out 9-0 and then losing back-to-back football games to end your season. That's tough. You know, hats off to the Silverbacks and the season that they've had. Nothing to hang your heads about, guys. They had a very good season. They were fun to watch. I got a chance to pull the huddle up quite often. As you know, I was a big Silverbacks fan. I like what they do offensively. They just got to go back to the drawing board, and then next year come out with the same intensity and see what they can do. But kudos to the Tempe Owls coming out getting a playoff win, man.
On the other side of things, they were battling with the Headhunters for those last 2 wild card spots.
Yeah.
They squeaked in and traveled all the way to Prescott and came out with a W. So with that, hats off to them. Excited to see that they'll travel to play the Lions in next week's divisional round.
Yep.
As for this game, like I was saying, 14-14. I'm going to put on your coaching hat real quick. Reapers, what do they got to fix going into the second half? And for the Headhunters, what do you see?
I think that, for one, I think the Reapers got to figure out a way to contain Kistler. Kistler is absolutely killing them right now from the quarterback position, whether it be his arm, whether it be his leg. So I'm having a defensive conversation with my football team. I'm telling them, secondary, don't allow anything behind you. Make sure we stay in front of everything, and then when the ball's thrown, make sure we're going up and make sure we're competing. And then I'm going to try to make a defensive adjustment to where we bring a spy down. We've got to spy Kistler. We've got to figure out a way to get this kid to only beat us with his arm because he's absolutely killing us with his legs. So bring a spy down, have a spy try to contain him, force him to make throws downfield and make some plays. As far as the Headhunters go, same kind of deal. They've been letting up a lot in the secondary. I'm sitting my 2 corners on the outside down. I'm saying you've already made one good play. Let's here going forward. Let's make sure that we continue to allow everything in front of us. Nothing gets behind us. Let's make them beat us through the run game, not through the air. And if they're able to do that, it's the Headhunters. If they're able to do that and Kistler's able to continue playing the way he's playing, it's going to be a very tough half for the Reapers. On the other side, if the Reapers are able to continue playing with KP the way he's playing, getting the ball downfield, and then the defense knuckles up, settles down, and starts getting stopped, it could be a long day for the Headhunters. It comes down to the secondary play and the defensive adjustments that's going to be made on both sides of this football game. So far, both offenses are playing very well.
So with that, the teams will talk about it. We'll come back for the second half to see if they execute just that. For AzCFL Game of the Week, Wildcard Weekend, we'll be back with about 5 minutes left, so stay tuned. And welcome back to AzCFL Game of the Week, Wildcard Weekend. We got ourselves a barn burner and a deadlock matchup, 14-14, Avondale Reapers versus the West Valley Headhunters. Jesse Burke alongside J.R. Warner. Welcome to the second half.
I am curious to see if some of the things said at halftime will come to fruition here in the second half. So got a chance to speak with coaches on both sides, and their messages to their teams are pretty simple. Continue following the game plan, play within the system, don't get uncharacteristic, and most importantly, if you play secondary, don't get beat. So it's really simple concepts here for both sides of this, the Headhunters and the Reapers going into the second half. They both believe that they can score whenever they want against the opposing defense. Like they're both offensive coordinators right now are really feeling themselves when it comes to being able to move the ball against each other's the opposite side's defense. So I'm curious to see how this all shakes up, how this all ends up. Is it going to be a high-scoring game? Are we going to continue with the 14-14 battles in the fourth quarter? What's going to happen? But for the Headhunters, I know there's a big focus on how to get Lucky the ball. And for the Reapers, there's a big focus on continuing to allow KP to do his thing with the ball. So we'll see how everything's unraveled here in the second half.
As the Reapers are returning the ball, number 32 has it, bringing it up the field. Got some room to run. Good return regardless of where it's placed really at the 45. So good return by number 32, Deontay Hennessy, and we're on our way, underway, second half.
We're saying Hennessy's name a lot like we're at like a barbecue on the south side of Phoenix or something. like we're just enjoying time. Like Hennessy here, Hennessy there, Hennessy everywhere.
Pass the Hennessy.
You know what I mean?
You know, run the Hennessy. I don't know.
What happened to Cavassier? Remember when Cavassier was a big
Pass
drink?
the Cavassier.
Do people still drink Cavassier?
I think when they stopped making music videos, they stopped caring about Cavassier.
Right? I remember when Hypnotic was a big thing, too. I haven't seen anybody buy Hypnotic in a long time, man.
You know?
Anyway, back to football. 14-20, because this second half has just started. Reapers got the ball in great field position on the 46-yard line of the Headhunters. 1st and 10 here as Reapers show a spread formation. A pistol strong formation. And the Headhunters come out in their 34 defense. Looks like they got a safety and a rover.
As KP hands it off now to Micah as he runs it to the
Great
side.
tackle.
Brought down right at the knees. Good tackle.
Great tackle.
By number 4.
That's Kistler on the defensive side of the ball, getting it done.
Oh.
So as you're seeing, now you got the quarterback playing both ways. He's playing a little bit of safety, a little bit of nickel, it looks like. So that's so fun to watch.
That's like Allen Iverson back in his high school playing days. He had 7 interceptions in a game.
He played safety and quarterback, right? Yeah.
He was a baller, as Kistler is too, apparently.
Yeah, definitely.
So KP now fakes the handoff, rolls out right, wants his man downfield, lets it fly.
He's got him.
And the receiver gets past the defender in style. Does he stay in for 6? And he does. Jesse Samora saying, "Give me Samora," as he just came down with 6 and put his team back in the mix as we have a new lead by the Rebels with an extra point attempt underway. 20-14 early in this second half.
What a great job by KP there, directing traffic, telling his wide receiver exactly where he needed him to go. And then, most importantly, the ball was on the money, right where it needed to be for his receiver to make a catch and get in the end zone for this Reapers team. And the Reapers offense is cooking, and the DBs for the Headhunters did not listen at halftime.
And KP has got 3 passing touchdowns.
Yes, he does.
Early in this game.
Was that pass also to Baldwin? Does that give Baldwin his 3rd touchdown of the?
No, that was Jesse Samora.
Oh, Samora. Okay.
So
Samora's got 1. Okay, good.
Bolden's got one Samora than Jesse.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And we're back. It's the second half.
It's got to end eventually. I think the
extra point attempt was good.
Yeah, it was good.
So
we got a 21-14 ball game.
21-14
ball game now in favor of the Reapers. Reapers strike first here in the second half, right off the bat.
And I love
not
to
even
see
2 minutes in.
The traditional scores: touchdown, boom.
Yeah, they're definitely airing that ball out today. KP at least has over 200 and some odd yards passing the ball tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
He's playing lights out when it comes to being able to throw the rock tonight. But the secondary for the Headhunters has been Besides, take away the one pick, pretty atrocious. I think atrocious would sum it up if I was a DB coach.
Also,
for them right now.
I mean,
absolutely horrible.
Like you were talking about, KP is getting time to coordinate with his receivers.
Oh yeah.
So
where's the D-line play at?
That's what I'm saying
Right.
too. It's a collapse on all ends.
Yeah. Like KP
Plenty of football left, you
KP
know?
was able to tell his receiver, "Hey, run further, have a drink of water, tie your shoe, his left foot because the shoelaces."
My cousin's birthday's next week. You know, all these things,
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, oh, by the way, catch this ball
I think
too."
he sends a text message to his girl.
Yeah. So what's for dinner tonight when I get home?
Yeah, it's like they have no pass rush right now. The DBs are being left out to dry, and they're not doing a good job keeping up. It's just a tough situation right now defensively for the Headhunters.
So let's see as they return it up the sideline. Makes the first man miss. Fancy move as he is brought down around the 40-yard line as some tussling went beyond the sideline between number 34 and 15. Love to see that.
That was just a simple block that ended up escorting a man to a bench on the opposite sideline. That's all that was. Just a little bit of just one man getting the better of another man and escorting him to the bench.
You know, that's kind of him.
Yeah, very nice of him.
So third down now for the Headhunters as they had the should be
second down.
Yeah,
I
that's why I was
believe.
confused.
Yeah,
So
they got the wrong
unless,
down marker up there.
unless they know something in the future that we don't.
Unless I forgot a play. Did I skip a play?
I thought it was
There it is. They're fixing it now, I believe.
well, I hope they do. Because there was the play over here to the right, and that should have been it. But
Yeah, there's I believe just one play so far.
But
But
we could be wrong. So third down now, I guess, for the Headhunters. As the defender's there, ball's on the ground. Kistler has to pick it up. He does, and he is met by a swarm of Reapers.
Yeah, the defense is really
So,
starting to fly now.
Regardless of what play it was, man,
7 hats.
all white jerseys.
Yes, he was swarmed by Reapers. Definitely. Reaper football, man. That defense is starting to fly around a bit. That's what I mean. Momentum's a strong thing. It's a very powerful thing. And, you know, they talked about their defense, and they think that they have the better defense of these two football teams. So, you know, it's fun to watch them speak it and now come out and start to play it. So the Reapers defensively are starting to fly around, make plays, and all 11 hats are trying to get to the football, which is exactly what you want to see. So they're picking up their energy and picking up their pace of play.
So it was second down, and now they've.
The down marker is just incorrect.
Yeah,
so
it's not, you know.
We'll just call it
You
how
got
we
one
see
job
it.
to do. You know, do it correctly. I don't have any patience for that. As quarterback backpedals and runs it up the middle.
He's still on his feet.
And now he's still on his feet, still dancing,
Ooh.
and is undercut and wrapped up high as well. Good tag team tackle by 53 and 33.
Yeah, number 33 for the Reapers getting in on that play.
So that should be
Daniel.
fourth down now, as they gave him two second downs.
Actually, it looks like they're putting third down
So
in the box. So,
okay.
so yeah, it'll be third and long here now for the
So now, third down.
Headhunters. 2 safeties high here for the Reapers. 40 front look here for the Reapers as well.
There's a high snap, corralled, handed off, and he's running shy of the sticks as he will be brought down. So we'll bring up a fourth down now.
Yeah, good physical run by Lucky on the handoff up the middle to pick up as much as he could, but he had a long way to go to pick up a first down there. He was able to pick up about 10 yards here, so it'll bring up still like a third and about 6 or 7 situation here for the Headhunters. Sorry, fourth and about 6 or 7.
Yeah. I mean, so fourth down now. Let's see if they keep their offense out on there. It's been.
Looks like they are. I don't see any punter or punt team getting on the field here. It looks like they're going to try to play the offensive game with them and say, hey, we're just going to outscore you guys tonight.
You know, you guys have been killing our secondary. We're going to try and get back at yours.
You know, KP been doing a great job with this offense here, getting his feet set, getting the ball downfield, and just being an absolute nuisance here for this Headhunter secondary. So, you know, Headhunter's trying to switch out now and bring out their punter
So now they're bringing out the special teams. They know how much, you live and die by them.
Yep.
So smart play now. You don't want to grant the scorching Reapers offense with more, extra yardage or great field position. So
definitely not.
Snap.
Punt is up.
This will not be returned.
Takes a friendly bounce for the Headhunters.
Yep, right
Ball
at the
will be
35.
Down at the 35-yard line.
8:52 left in the third. Only AzCFL game going down right now, as usually we have a full slate, but we're in the second season, the postseason. And we had an upset already unravel.
Yeah.
And now we're waiting to see how this game unfolds. But definitely the action and excitement you signed up for.
Yes.
Who thought a team that was 9-0 2 weeks ago would be now playing golf, as they say?
Yeah, they'll go fishing. They'll be out there with a rod and some bait, and waiting for the loser of this game to do some fishing here in the next few weeks, as they need something to do before they start their off-season workouts and stuff like that. But hats off to the Silverbacks again for a great season. You never want to see it end this way, but at the end of the day, only one team can win. But again, great job by the Silverbacks all year long, playing great football. Just come up short here now the last couple weeks. 2-by-2 look here for the Reapers as they motion in their tight end to a short set.
Is not effective as he's brought down Micah. But yeah, getting back to the idea of a team being 9-0 and then losing consecutive games, ending their season, I think the idea of having them do a play-in tournament actually worked out, because the idea behind that was, were they not ready to play AzCFL talent?
Right.
And they proved that maybe they weren't in the postseason.
And yes and no. I see that point for sure.
As KP lets this thing fly, he's got a man, and that's
my
Bolden.
Gosh.
Got his third touchdown of the night. KP on his fourth.
Oh, my gosh.
And somebody get a fire extinguisher, because KP is on fire right now, and the Reapers are cooking 27-14.
They are taking the lid off of this defense. They are absolutely just dropping back and just tossing the ball 50 yards down the field. They
I
do
need
not
KP
care.
on my Turkey Bowl team, man. Come
KP
on.
is out here killing
Absolutely
killing it.
KP killing people.
Got Bolden again with the hat trick.
Bolden with the hat trick.
Jesus. That kid is fast, though. He's got some serious wheels over there.
Any relation to Anquan Bolden?
I'm not sure. We could ask him.
We can find out.
He definitely doesn't have his size.
If he's related, he's playing, and his cousin or whatever's not. So
that's true.
Somebody's still doing the thing. As the extra point attempt is underway. High snap. Micah's got to run it, and he's going to.
He's in.
So 2. So 2-point conversion by the Reapers, add to their score, will make it 29-14.
Yeah, 29-14 ball games. Reaper riding that momentum wave. And the secondary for the Headhunters is absolutely being demolished. There's no way to sugarcoat it. There's no way to they just can't keep these wide receivers in front of them. They just keep allowing the deep ball. And KP's just sitting back. He's got all the time in the world. There's no pass rush. And he's just launching the ball 50, 40, 60 yards downfield at a time. And the secondary just can't keep up with the speed of the receivers. Reaper's receiving core is Bolden in particular is having a absolutely phenomenal football game out here tonight. Got to be at least over 150 yards in the night receiving. I'd say closer to the 200 mark.
3 touchdowns.
With over 3 touchdowns, man. He is lighting it up tonight.
So, definitely plenty of football game left. But, something about the secondary coach has to, be frustrated. Defensive coordinator has to be frustrated with these guys. These passes by KP are not right off the hip. He's having time to coordinate and get on the same page. So that's, like you said, starts in the trenches.
Yeah, they need the D-line's definitely got to step up here for the Headhunters and stop allowing so much time, because when he's got time, he's definitely finding his targets.
As a nice received kick on the fly as he tries to bring it up for some more.
Lucky's still on his feet there, number 13.
And, brought right down at the 35. So definitely KP and squad picking up where they left off. You talk about in the regular season, players putting on performances and padding their stats and having high goes at other teams and stuff, may be a weaker team or whatever. People say, you find out who really somebody is in the playoffs. And
Right.
KP, I went on record to say he's the best quarterback this year, and he's backing it up right now. I haven't seen somebody throw 4 touchdown passes in a game, let alone 3 in a first half,
Now,
right?
without at least 2 or 3 picks. I mean, I guess the closest would have been
Or 2 in the
Ren's.
first half, yeah.
Ren's hit that was a Phantoms game, I believe, and Ren's hit, he had a couple of deep balls thrown down, but I guess one was called back, so he only ended up with 2. But,
Yeah.
but he also had a couple picks that game, too. So, I mean, KP's playing a pretty clean game. Take away the 1 pick, he got to be over 300 yards in the night. You got,
We need a statistician
4
next season.
touchdown passes. He's having a lights-out
As
night.
Kistler has to shed the first guy, gets his man, and unfortunately incomplete. Lucky, too much popcorn as the ball slipped out of his hands there.
And that's just, unfortunate pitch and catch there. Lucky definitely in a situation where he wants that one back. Could have definitely caught that ball and made a play. Kistler doing a good job avoiding pressure. Unlike the Headhunters defensive line, the Reapers D-line is getting after it. They're getting in the backfield. They got a great push up front. And the Headhunters offensive line have got to figure out a way to slow down this pass rush because Kistler's definitely running for his life back here every single play. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, KP's able to set his feet, sip some tea, and call his mom and tell her how good of a game he's having before he throws the ball downfield. So some adjustments need to be made for the Headhunters on the O-line and D-line.
And watch out for 33, Elixon. He has 10 sacks on the season, 18 tackles for a loss.
Yeah.
So he's coming every play as the pass is thrown and complete, but much to do about nothing.
Look at that. Number 22, number 25, number 58, number 24, they're just getting to the football.
Bam Gaither leading the charge.
Yeah, they're just swarming
Flying
to the
to the
ball.
ball.
They're flying. They smell blood in the water, and they're a bunch of
They're
shots.
headhunting.
They are. Wow. Wow.
It never ends here.
It never stops.
AzCFL game of the week.
There's so
That's
many
why we do
ridiculous, wild moments up here in the booth, ladies and gentlemen.
It's contagious. It's
I-
wild card weekend.
I'm glad I got my shots before I showed up today. I don't want to catch none of this. This is ridiculous. 5:40 left here in the third quarter and counting. 29-14 ball game in favor of the Reapers. Kistler drops back, looks to the right,
Throws it
right.
over the middle.
That's a pick.
Has a Reaper waiting for it, and he comes down with it. That's number 4, Daniel Pullum. Pulled it from the sky, and he's looking to return
He's still
it
on his feet.
as he reverses field and has
He's
some room
going.
to run.
He's going.
As a flag is thrown, though, this might be coming back.
Oh.
But for now, let's see if what they call it. But, yeah, flag was thrown right around midfield. You got to imagine it was either a cutback block or
Yeah, I'm not sure
holding.
exactly
Let's
what
see.
they call it. I'm assuming it's probably a holding or a blindside type block. It's usually what you get in those kind of situations. But great job there by the safety in being where he needed to be at the right time and in taking advantage of his opportunity by not dropping the ball. Good job by him. Unfortunate turn of events here for the Headhunters here in the second half as they have yet to be able to put up any points, and they've given up 2 scores.
So Kistler threw it to the other number 4.
Yeah, 4-4, 44, 44 connection.
Wendy's 4 for 4. What else he has?
Those 4 for 4s are good. The spicy nuggets, man.
Oh, yeah,
and
come
then
on.
a little drink and some fries, and then a little burger or whatever. What was it? Did they give you double stacks in that thing, or the Wendy's Classic Burger or whatever?
You have options. You could choose. But unfortunately, when we get off the games, it's usually the only things open. Fast food.
Yeah, Jack in the Box and Filiberto's
You got to
out
cook
here in
more.
Arizona.
But with that, like I said, I think it was on the return as the Reapers are now backing up, but giving KP some more room to maneuver as he's trying to, touch 500 passing yards.
Yeah, KP's trying to break single game records out here tonight.
He wants to make records and break them.
At the rate he's going, we might have to check some of the archives and see if he does get a record tonight, man. He is absolutely torching the secondary. They're gonna have to play with 4 safeties with this kid.
KP's making it personal, man. As KP looks right, throws it.
Yeah,
Got
see.
it, man. Gant.
See, and that's the thing. He's doing a good job. So what the
Big
Reapers
stepper.
are doing is special. Okay, so I want to take a second to talk about it. So the Headhunters are playing kind of a sit back kind of coverage, and they believe that they can blow the top off of those defense. So they'd run like a lot of stop and go routes on the outside, double move type routes to get the DB to bite, and they've been beating them over the top. Okay, Now that the Headhunters are now pinning their ears back and they just sent some pressure, they're leaving one-on-one situations. That's when they're getting back to their tight end. So really cool chess match on the Reaper side of things, at least from the up here looking down, is that they seem like they've got this Headhunters defense figured out, and they're really starting to just impose their will on this football game going forward.
Definitely. And now Michael with the handoff. You know, JR, get to the weird comfort zone of, like, at what point is your only defender the clock and your opponent now is to grind that out, whereas, you know, KP is, you know, trigger happy and, you know, at this point got them at gunpoint, no pun intended.
KP has got a fully loaded revolver. This isn't even Russian roulette at this point. It's just watch out, I'm shooting. This KP is going
He's off the hip.
Nuts. Yes, off the hip. Spread formation here for the Reapers. 2nd and 4 here. 3:26 and counting in the third quarter.
KP looks left. Now runs it up himself. It's been a while since he went for a run, as he has enough for a first down. So KP doing everything. Throwing for first downs and running for first downs, and has to contain himself, as signaling first down right in front of a ref is not the brainiest play.
Hey, it's not a penalty. You can be happy about your play, kid. Just don't let it, you know, just don't make it turn into an altercation between the ref or between you and another player. Be happy about your play, celebrate. No different than the guitar we got to see last week a few times, you know. So enjoy your play, celebrate, but then get right back to the huddle and make it happen again. Yeah,
especially when there's plenty of game left, and, you know, the first time you guys played, they got the best of you. So you want to stay humble all through 4 quarters. But, yeah, KP is doing his thing right now, so ain't tricking if you got it. So.
2-by-2 look here for the Reapers.
And with that, timeout, I believe, is called by the Reapers.
Yeah, looks like the Reapers called a timeout there with 2:37 left here now in the third quarter.
Want to give a special shout out and thanks to everybody that's made this production possible. Special thanks to James Franchise Bush. Left him out of last week's shout outs. I felt a little bad about that. Him and Raf, league official, traveled up to Prescott tonight to make sure that the game went down smooth on production and on water and hydration and trainer. So shouts to Franchise and Raf for holding it down. Shouts to the production team, Donovan holding it down in the production chair. We got Steamin' Willie Beeman running the clock here. We got Jessica running camera up top. Matt Archer, lead commish. Makes everything possible.
Yeah, also kind of around being handyman. If you need him to help with the clock, you can help with the clock. If you need help with the camera, you can help with the camera.
He is what made the internet turn on.
I'm going to tell him to come to grab the headset and broadcast a little bit, too. You know,
he shies away from the mic. That's the one thing he no, tune into corner. Cactus Media, what's it called? Commissioner's Corner, where him and James Bush, Franchise, break down, you know, previews. As shouts to them. I tuned in.
All right, Reapers get out here in a 2-by-2 look here. 1st and 10.
KP looking left, throws it just out of the reach of Gant, as got a hand on it, batted it down.
He had the big tight end open on the post right over the middle of the field too. That was if he had that throwback, that could have been another touchdown possibly, because he had one guy to beat, probably could have ran him over and got in the end zone. So big guy to bring down when you're that far downfield and you're, you know, the little guys in the secondary. So good effort there by the Reapers. 2nd and 10 here now with 2:10 and counting here in the third quarter.
Yep. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
We're about, you know, to enter the last quarter of Wild Card weekend, and it's been simply that. A team undefeated through 9 weeks, losing early in the playoffs, and now we got a guy that lost to this team first in the regular season, lighting it up now, and as he throws it left to Bolden, and he's looking to get to the sideline, and if he can get to the past the defender.
Quick. That kid is quick.
He is emboldening his team.
That kid is.
He is pushed out by number
10.
10.
Guys, I'm not sure if the camera's doing this kid justice. This kid is quick. He catches that ball, and he's in, like, at top speed after his first 2 steps. Kid is quick. Oh, my gosh.
He probably was one of those annoying kids in gym class that was good at everything.
So, I mean, I apologize for how shocked I sound. It's just we haven't gotten a chance to have a live game with the Reapers all year long. Everything I've seen has been on film, and it doesn't justify exactly how quick some of these guys are. Number 8, Bolden, is lightning fast. he can compete with the best of them in terms of foot speed in this league. He's quick.
Who are the fast? I know Lucky's a speedster on the.
Lucky's fast.
But yeah, who would you say? Billy was up there. Speed.
And speed? Billy?
Yeah.
Nah.
No? Okay.
Billy.
He does the returns. So
Billy's a fast player. You know,
Yeah.
he's definitely not the fastest out there. He can make a guy miss. He's just fast enough to finish big runs, big plays. But no, there's a couple guys even on that Spartans team that's quite a bit faster than Billy.
Oh, Draven. Who's the fastest?
Who's the fastest?
In the league.
Man, in the league?
In the league. Put him on blast.
Don't do that to me. There's a lot of guys.
Who's the slowest? No, I'm just kidding.
Who's the slowest? Daryl Dobbins.
Oh man, little bro, you go getting that by your big bro.
That was easy.
Daryl, you get your knee brace on.
Run
As
up
the
the middle.
handoff to Micah.
Goes nowhere.
Daryl, we love you, bro.
Always.
Little bro can hang.
Definitely. He was a name I was okay with throwing out there, and not worried about him trying to fight me after. He could take a joke. But fastest player in the league. Let me noodle on that for a little bit.
All right.
And see if I can come up with an answer at the end of the third quarter here for you.
Well, you got 10 seconds.
Now I'm thinking.
Pressure's on as
Trips left here.
KP
rolls left, throws left.
and has his man
Jesus.
Jesse Samora
Oh, my
with
goodness.
one more, and I believe that's his second of the night.
That's his second. Bolden's got 3. KP's got 5.
And the
Lights
Reapers
out
have
tonight.
35.
Yeah, Reapers are out here just imposing their will at this point.
2.6 seconds left in the third, and the Reapers are running downhill with momentum.
Man, incredible to watch, man. But, who's the fastest, huh?
Yeah.
2 seconds left here in the third quarter as I sit here and ponder about who could be the fastest player in the league.
Any position.
Any position, the fastest player.
We'll make a commentary trivia question. People viewing at home, who is the fastest in the AzCFL?
Yeah, who is the fastest?
Fill up
That's
the comments.
a really good question. I think. I mean, if you didn't mention Draven's name from the Spartans or Terrell from the Spartans, you have to be insane. Those guys are extremely fast. Fluke.
Fluke God the Master.
2. Martin 2 is an extremely fast guy. Tyreek from the Lions, he's got some wheels. It's. I'd be curious to see if we line these guys up, how it would go down. There's a lot of.
We gotta have a AzCFL field day.
I think Bolden's right up there though. I would just watching him here tonight. I would say he's got to be up there with some of the fastest guys in this league. Got to be. That's a really tough question to answer, man. There's some guys with some absolute wheels in this league. I know C-Note, Charles probably didn't play this year, but he was right up there with some of the fastest guys around back in the day. Lucky. You know how fast he is in open field. There's just so many guys. One of these days after the season, we'll line them all up at the goal line and have them run a 100-yard dash to see who wins.
And the winner
maybe
buys
put
the
up
loser's pizza.
Yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
Maybe give them like $50 to $100 for the winner or something. Like make it interesting.
You know what I'm saying? As the headhunters are, interacting with themselves as they're trying to get something going in this fourth quarter.
Yeah.
As the current score is
30. I believe it's 30. 35.
it was 20.
14.
Yeah, it was 35 with the extra point attempt, but I think there was a penalty
That brought it back. So points wiped off.
I don't know if this is the extra point attempt or the touchdown, as this is almost intercepted. So let's see what this came down to be. If that was a point extra attempt, that is no good. Or, no, they called the touchdown back.
Called the touchdown
Okay,
back,
so
yeah.
the score is 29-14 as the Headhunters, survive a little bit now.
Survival bullet here after having that touchdown called back. So it looks like Bolden still has 3 and Samora still stuck with his 1.
Measly 1. Man, but we know he's capable of more than 1. So let's see if he get back.
Yeah, number 13 for the Reapers, Francisco Fuentes is out to kick the field goal here. Number 30, Micah, to hold.
So Snap, hold, kick.
Looks a little wide.
Far left.
So, Headhunters dodging a bullet here by not allowing a touchdown, and now in a situation where they get the ball back down 2 scores.
Have they blown
Not
the call
3.
dead because the running back, somebody on the Headhunters was running it back? Yeah, they called it dead.
They called it dead. Yeah,
but
the
hey,
play is
heads
over.
up play to always try.
Yeah. You never know. At the end of the day, your coaches tell you to finish play, so play until you believe the whistle's blown.
Yeah.
You
So
didn't hear nothing.
14-21 left in this game, left in wildcard weekend. Again, the winner of this game will determine. Actually, it's already been decided. The Owls are now down the 8th seed, and they will go on to play the Rebels.
Yep.
As the winner of this game will go on to play the Lions.
Yeah, so I was incorrect earlier in the broadcast. I was just assuming that they just followed the bracket, but I guess higher seed plays lower seed. So Owls will get a chance to take on the Rebels, and then we'll see what happens with this game to figure out who these guys play.
As the Headhunters try to go with a pitch and it's ineffective. As next week we'll be able to call a team for the first time on Game of the Week as well. Tempe Owls will be playing with the Rebels. Rebels getting the 1 seed. They got to choose, rightfully so. As I felt like every week was Game of the Week with the Rebels.
Yeah, I felt like we had them for most of the season. I believe.
Right.
Rebels versus somebody. I mean, and rightfully so.
Undefeated.
They were the best team in the league throughout the regular season, on paper and winning.
They gave us a new uniform every week. So
they definitely, that's like they have like an endless amount of unis over there and helmets. They had a different helmet every other week too. It felt like
they got swag, they got W's, they got it all over there.
Headhunters, 2-by-1 look here, spread formation for the Headhunters. Reapers look like they're set on keeping everything in front of them, keeping 2 safeties back.
As
and allowing everything
Kistler
underneath.
looking for something, so he's starting to run with it as he is whipped down.
Good tackle there by number 10 from the Reapers, as well as number 53. Number 10 is Davis Coors, and number 53 is Vincent Gatton. So good job by them coming downhill, making some plays.
So as for the Headhunters, they got to set to the air and, get something going as they're down by 2 scores, and the momentum is on the Reaper side.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a big play by Lucky. It's almost like he's about due. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every game, you can tell he's a big key for the Reapers as they identify where he's at every time coming out. But, he's just about due for a big play. Got to figure out a way to get the ball into his hands.
As Kistler throws it, has a man, and he cannot come down with a great defensive play by 27 on the Reapers. Christian Guyton, they call him Haven, as he was their safe haven there on that play, deflecting the pass and coming up with incomplete for the Headhunters.
Yeah, the Reapers rave about their secondary. At least their 2 safeties. They believe that they're both stud players. They rarely make mistakes in the secondary, at least from the safety perspective. They really think they got 2 guys that they can pair together here for the future to help anchor and lead this defense into what they hope to be eventually a championship caliber team.
So this 4th down now, it's going to be 4th and fortune, I'd say, because
4th and 6-ish.
I'm saying as if they are not able to convert, they will have no fortune.
Yeah. So the punting unit coming out on 4th down here.
Oh, so they're punting. So never mind. They don't have faith in the offense right now. Defense too scary as
Good
they
punt.
punt it away. And this will be returned by 32 as he guns it up the middle, sheds the first guy.
Good
It's
tackle.
brought down high by number 40, but good return by number 32, Hennessy. Called his name all night.
Hennessy right there getting
As Reapers got to contain themselves as, this is the chartered territory for penalties with unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep. Definitely got to make sure, if you're the Reapers, you got to make sure that you keep your composure here going forward. Headhunters are definitely going to try scrap, claw, try to do some things to possibly make you frustrated and do some things out of character as they're supposed to, being down in this ball game and needing something to happen. But keep your composure while you're up, and don't get in a situation here where you can hurt yourself going forward, because obviously any ejection or something like that would hurt your chances at playing next week. So continue to stick to the grind, continue to play Reaper-style football and don't do anything uncharacteristic is what should be being preached on that side of the football right now.
That's like when my mom told me growing up, be crazy when you go home, but in public, make me look good.
Yes. Yeah, true. Act like you got some home training.
Exactly. As the handoff is faked and not fooled.
Open field tackle.
As KP was brought down for a loss. So good defensive stop, and that was like the first time they got some pressure on KP.
Yeah, they finally were able to get to the kid, man. He's been able to elude defenders all game long, but finally, Headhunters finally get some type of pass rush and get a sack. You know, that's got to be a blessed sight, especially if you're sitting in the secondary.
Right. So you know, KD finally being brought down to the turf. He probably was like, "Wow, haven't seen the ground before.
Like, what is this?
Wow, it's weird." So we're in the single-digit marks of the fourth quarter.
Even his passes haven't seen the ground, though. I mean,
sure.
Everything's been caught, whether it been the one interception or
yeah, true. Depending on the jersey, it's being caught.
Everything's being caught out here today.
So the Reapers can definitely step on the Headhunters' throat with a score here.
Big score here. They got one-on-one coverage again here. Actually, no, they got two safeties high.
High snap. Fake handoff again.
They got 18 wide open. 18 is wide open.
KP wants to let this thing fly, and he does. Intercepted. Jumped right in front of Big Stepper, and he got the best of him as he's looking to run it back. And I believe a flag is thrown right at the far stick, as it was right around the 46-yard line.
That ball looked like it was intercepted by number 2, John Herrera. So great job by John there, getting up, grabbing the ball at his highest point, and making a play, a much-needed play for this Headhunters team.
Right. So right when I spoke, talking about stepping on throats, the Headhunters cleared theirs and got it right back, you know?
Yeah.
So plenty of time left in this game, 9 minutes, 2-score game. You know, not panic mode by any means. We've seen Kistler make plays on second attempts, third attempts, dancing in the backfield.
Yeah.
Also, you know, stepping in a pass and letting that thing fly.
Yeah,
so
he's definitely got a good arm and good accuracy when he's able to set his feet and throw the ball downfield. The problem is this Reaper's D-line has been chasing him around the field all the time, so he's either taking off running or he's throwing off of his back foot, you know. So, you know, Kistler, not to take away from him, he's actually having a pretty solid football game if you really look at the grand scheme of things. He's really playing very well, but they need somebody else on this offense to step up and start making some plays. They need this offensive line to start to solidify itself in this last 8 minutes and 30 seconds and be the physical force that they know they can be.
So
1st and 10 here for the Headhunters. 3-by-1 look. Trips left here. Kistler looks left.
Throws it. Bullet pass. Good attempt, but again, nothing but white jerseys.
He had a maroon jersey on the far sideline wide open. That's our running back there, number 1, wide open, streaking down the sideline, walking back by himself now too. He should be coming into your screen.
He told me to call him Sway.
There he is. He told you to call him what?
Sway.
Sway?
Yeah, just Sway.
Sway?
Yeah.
All right, number 1, Sway. That's so much easier than what we were
Sway
saying.
Manavar.
Okay.
But Sway.
Okay.
Sway. But Sway. Like how Sway?
Oh yeah, like Sway in the morning.
Yeah. Sway's world.
Like you don't got the answers.
What's up, world?
You don't know the answers, Sway.
It's me, Sway. Yeah.
2nd and 10 here for the Headhunters. 3-by-1 look here. Reaper showing a cover 3 look, fading back into a cover 2.
Kistler now throws it over the middle.
That's
traffic as
pass interference.
Some got away with it. If not, he definitely, you know, pled his case and threw his hands up like what? Incidental. But again, you know, hey, nice sell as no flag thrown.
Right.
So 3rd down now.
And the clock is starting to become the friend. The Reapers are up 2 scores, 7-18.
The friend of the Reapers,
yes,
enemy of the
enemy
Headhunters.
of the Headhunters. But the Reapers are loving the tick-tock going on that clock. I mean, what? Not saying the game is over, but what a great accomplishment for a team that was kind of down in the dirt last year and year before.
Yes.
To 1, make the playoffs, and 2, get their first ever playoff win if that were to happen tonight. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Especially, you know, most wins in team history with 6 on the season.
Yeah.
As Kistler has a guy, has to evade him, and he does. Gets the second guy to miss.
He's really elusive guy, isn't he?
He is, as not able to get to the sticks, though, so this will bring up a 4th down. But yeah, no. Also, I mean, those throughout the years in the AzCFL don't need to revisit what took place a couple of years ago on why the Reapers since then have been trying to turn their story around, and since then it's been all uphill. And exactly how the composure, the professionalism, and the winning culture is starting to grow within the Avondale team. So good on them. Good to Coach Jaquez. He corrected me and let me know how to pronounce his name, as many people get it wrong. But Coach Tyler Jaquez.
Spread look here for the Headhunters. Cover 2 look here for the Reapers.
As he throws it, and incomplete, out of the reach of Sway. And with that turnover on downs, this may be the Reapers going into the divisional round.
Yes,
but let's see.
Yes. It does look, as of right now, like even the body language right now from the Headhunters just isn't good. You know how they're getting off the field. Offensive line looks real frustrated. They're not really communicating with each other at this point in the game. It's almost like they look defeated already, Meanwhile, on the opposite side, you got coaches huddled up with players with the Reapers. Their defensive teams talking to their defensive coach, offense talking to the offensive coach. Guys really engaged, looking like they're ready to come out here and put this game away and go ahead and send the Headhunters, to the lake. I wonder what lake they'll choose. Lake Pleasant.
They got to travel outside of Arizona. I mean, yeah, Arizona's got lakes.
We got a lot of lakes out here. Bartlett, you can get a good catfish at Bartlett. They'll be doing some fishing, so maybe catfish is on the menu.
Catfish. We finally made it to our grilling segment of AzCFL. Catfish.
Yeah. Catfish.
I heard that's good.
Catfish is really good. Catfish nuggets. Oh, my gosh.
Catfish nuggets.
Yes, amazing. You got a pistol strong look here. Twins to the left side here for the Reapers.
Reapers definitely.
Headhunter showing a 34 defense, sending a blitzing backer in.
Letting the clock tick as, incomplete. Samora, definitely going to watch that on film.
Yeah, Samora, man, ever since he had the touchdown taken back, it ain't been the same for him over there. But that's the first time I think the ball touched the grass.
Talk about Space Jam. It's like the Monstars took his powers, bro.
Yeah.
He can't. So, I mean, KP, he's got 4 touchdowns on the night.
Yeah.
He wants that 5th one because they took it away from him.
KP wants 10.
True.
KP wants 10 for sure. But, what a story in this kid KP, though. Didn't really know much about him coming into this year. And he lit the league up, for lack of a better way to put it. Even in their losses, he had very good games. So it's awesome to see the new talent come into this league, and especially at the quarterback position, where, as we all know, it's so coveted to have a good quarterback.
Handoff to number 15, Speedster. That is Fernando Daniel. I think that's Fetty.
It's just awesome to see another new young quarterback come into this league and have a really good performance. Numbers alone, watching him play here tonight, he's got to be one of the better quarterbacks that we have in this league. He's playing well. He's patient in the pocket, uses his legs when he needs to, makes his reads, go through his progressions, takes shots when he needs to take shots, takes his checkdowns when he needs to take checkdowns. So he's doing everything he needs to do to be successful at this level of football. So it's fun to watch, and it'll be fun to watch his progression as the years go on.
He's definitely got some moxie, too.
Yeah, he's got some swag about him.
I like the confidence,
Definitely got some swag about him. QB keeper to the right here.
As he cuts it, dives for some extra
Big
yardage.
First down.
As, first down, and the clock can just unwind. Wind? I guess both. Both work. As, a little over 3 minutes. JR, man, awesome. Calling the game with you all season, and first playoff game in the books for us. Yes. So definitely appreciate you coming through, and everybody that's tuned in on Cactus Media X. Tune in throughout the week of AzCFL Intel, where I bring you guys into the heads and minds of these players, and you get to know them, outside from just these games. And then also Commission's Corner, and endless growth here for the content side of things at the league. As handoff again to number 18.
That's a good physical run by 18. The ball, it looked like it was going to be stopped in the backfield.
Johnny Mosley.
Continue keeping his legs moving here to pick up about a 3-yard gain. So great fight from him and way to play. So we got a 2nd and 7 here now for the Reapers with 2:21 and counting here in the 4th quarter. So clock is their friend. They are in absolutely no hurry. And I believe they can take this one to the 2-minute warning.
And kind of similar to last week, I don't know if the Headhunters were left shut out in the second half. They put up their 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, they put up both their touchdowns in the first half. Reapers put up 2 touchdowns in the second quarter.
Right.
Took the lead with the extra points. And then the Headhunters got the ball back with about 3 minutes left, and then, lucky sealed the deal. So, but, he hasn't really been able to have much of a stamp on this game, as everyone knew that he's a big part of what the Headhunters do offensively. You knew the Reapers would be keying on him, and we were kind of looking for the next guy to step up. And Kistler's done a great job, but you needed one more guy to step up and have a big game for him offensively.
And honestly, momentum and pressure, both sides of the ball.
Yep.
We talk about usually one's lacking, but the energy from the defensive side to the offensive side was mirroring.
Yeah. And once this team started getting it going offensively, that defense definitely picked it up. Definitely. They started flying around to the ball, trying to get 11 hats to the ball at all times. Their linebacker core, front 7 core, they started really getting after it, applying pressure to Kistler, and not allowing him to have the same big runs that you saw in the first half. So, you got to give credit where credit's due. Great coaching adjustments by the Reapers. And then, again, great job by these players coming out here and executing the game plan to give themselves a 2-score lead. And now the ball at the 2-minute warning with a chance to seal the game.
So definitely that close positioning of, KP wants to get in the end zone one more time, but he also wants to just, get out of this game with a W.
Yeah.
So let's see what unfolds here. It's been an amazing game and awesome, action throughout as KP fakes the handoff, gets past 2 defenders. They run into each other, throws it, incomplete. So that was some cool bloopers as 2 Headhunters ran into each other.
Yeah, that's all KP's doing, man. He's just so elusive, man. You're not able to bring him down one-on-one. He makes people miss, and he shows how elusive he is again by making 2 guys miss and making 2 defenders run into each other.
And with that, I think a timeout was called by the Headhunters. So let's set the stage for him, man. Next week we will have a full slate of football. The divisional round. We'll have the 10 o'clock game. The Arizona Spartans will play the Tucson Thunder.
That's going to be a game right there. Thunder got them earlier in the season.
They did get them earlier in the season. And if you tuned in to Intel, you'll hear that, the Spartans have been having some players come and go due to injury, and they may have some players back.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that unfolds as I intel, but I don't tell.
Yep.
As the handoff now to 15, as he tries to make a guy miss, we'll bring up a 4th down. Then the 1 o'clock game, I believe, is the Outlaws and Phantoms, who will battle it out. No love lost between them. Phoenix rivalry. They played each other in a couple of years ago in the playoffs as well. So action-packed game for that.
Yeah, we just had them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah,
so
Outlaws pulled that one out.
Short-term memory, they gotta just new season, new game. And then the 4 o'clock slot, we have the Lions going on to play the winner of this game, which right now looks like the Reapers.
And I'll go on record as saying that's a scary football game for the Lions. That's a scary football game. Anytime you got a quarterback who's as mobile as this kid, he could tire out a defense, and anything could happen after that. That's a scary football game.
And then 7 o'clock slot, game of the week, Tempe Owls going against the Rebels as, again, first time being able to call the Owls. So it'll be exciting to see some new threads, some new faces. Now,
granted, provided that Reapers do move on and do get to see the Lions, the secondary that they'll play against is a lot different than the secondary they're playing against here today. So, I'm sure KP will look at some game film, look at some game and game plan appropriately with the coaching staff to make sure that they're successful. But
they did play each other in the beginning of the season, the beginning of the season, and they only lost by 1 score, I believe.
Yeah. It was a good game, and but there's no way that the Lions are going to give up 4 60-yard bombs in a game.
Yeah.
So
true.
I'm just you got Jake Reed back there. He's gonna pick those things apart. So they better be careful.
He leads the league in interceptions, I believe.
Yes, he does. I think he averages about 1, maybe 2 a game. The kid is a sideline-to-sideline type player, man, real ball hawk. And, the 4 or 5 touchdowns through the air ain't happening. I'll say that right now. So
And then cornerback-wise, I think Timmy Smith one-on-one with Bolden. That would be a good matchup. Or do you think?
yeah, I think that's a great matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, Timmy's no slouch. We all know that. He's a professional type corner. He could play at the next level, has played at the next level. So, and Bolden, young up-and-coming kid, I'm sure he's going to want to embrace that challenge and take it on. He as you can see from his play tonight, he's not going to back down to anybody. And and Tim's the type that's gonna have some words with you at the with those wide receivers out there. Make sure that they know that they're being clamped up. So, interesting to see how that matchup unfolds next week. Whether he's on Samora or whether he's on Bolden.
Right.
It's gonna be a great athletic, physical matchup on the outside next week. Can't wait. Provided everything still stays the way it is now.
Yes. We don't have any
fourth down here for the Reapers.
As KP's running it, throws it, and incomplete. Threw it.
He had a guy. He was wide open.
Fastball. That was Bolden with the drop. So give you love, but we're going to let you hear it if you drop a pass.
For sure. So minute 15 left in the ball game here. Headhunters will get the ball back now with 2 scores. I believe they're out of timeouts now. So they've got to go the length of the field, get a score, leave some time on the clock for an onside kick, get the onside kick, and then close their eyes and chuck one.
So let's just round down to, say, a minute 10. So 70 seconds. They got 35 seconds to get 2 scores.
Yes, they do.
Doable.
It's doable.
Not likely.
It's not likely, but it is doable. We see some crazy endings of football games in our short lives here on Earth.
To quote the newly
anything can happen.
To quote the newly listed Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Yes, that is very true. I got a chance to watch the Kobe Bryant's Vanessa Bryant give the speech on Kobe, and
rest in peace.
It was rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. It was heartfelt. It was heartwarming, and and rightfully deserved. Kobe Bryant got inducted into the Hall of Fame along with Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and some of the guys that we all grew up watching. Man, it was fun.
Marv Albert, broadcaster.
It definitely turned a chapter in my life, so to speak. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Kobe being from Philly and all.
Good
the
catch.
Pass is complete, and he's got room to run if he can get this second gear.
That's Lucky. He's gone.
And Lucky will be stopped right at the goal line.
He's just short.
So Lucky's stopped by the defender as they're on pace to get one of these scores within that 35-second time.
Just hawked down Lucky. We'll put him up there with one of the fastest guys around, too. Gee, Dawn. Who's 27 on the Reapers? Let me check this thing out real quick. Christian Gutton.
That's Haven.
Look at Haven,
They're safe Haven.
Got some wheels out there. Got some wheels. So 58 seconds and rolling here. Headhunters really got to speed it up if they're trying to get in the end zone here. They spike it.
Or was that a fumble?
No, he spiked it.
So let's see as Reapers are signaling that they have the ball.
No, it was a definite spike. It would be extremely interesting if they were to call this a fumble because he caught the ball and he threw it down to the ground. So, yep, second down.
Second down.
Yeah.
So delayed spike, if you will.
It was very obvious what he was doing.
Right.
It would almost be. It'd be atrocious if the refs didn't get that one correct. I'd run off the booth. Hey!
You got a call wrong.
Check the replay.
Excuse me, sir. I need to speak to the ref manager.
Yes, right? Oh, my gosh, how horrible. 46 seconds left in the ball game here. Headhunters are out of timeout, which is why you haven't seen one called. And they need to score here to make this thing interesting.
As Kistler looks left, ducks out of a tackle and will be swarmed up.
He's still on his
being
feet. He's
pulled
still moving
by
forward.
his lineman.
He's in. He's in. Touchdown.
And the lineman pulled him forward.
Yeah, he's in.
Ref
signal and touchdown on the bottom side of the field.
Well,
touchdown.
then good for them. They're getting it because as I asked weeks ago if they can pull forward opposed to push forward, they pulled forward, which I don't believe is legal. But hey, let them live. Live and let live.
Man, listen, if it doesn't get called, it's legal.
True.
If it doesn't get called, it's legal. There's holding every single play on the offensive line.
That's true. So 29-20, extra point attempt is underway. Let's see if they go for 2 now. They got to, eventually. So let's see.
If you got some faith in your field goal kicker, kick the field goal here, and then, But what do I know? As they sit here and huddle, look like they're going for 2.
But it's crazy. I said 35 seconds per. How many seconds are left for the second score?
35.2
seconds. So
35.2.
Not a math guy. But when the numbers are easy, I can figure it out.
Yeah, 35.2 seconds left here. Untimed down here with the extra point.
As he's got some room to the left, and
Kistler's fighting.
he is thrown down by number
Doesn't get
10.
in. That'd be the ball game. They're going to come up short here.
So Davis scores. So with that being said, 9-point differential. No 9-point scores in football, at least not that I know of. So with that being said, I think KP and team can take the knee. And
No, they're going to have to get this onside kick first.
Oh, true.
I'm assuming the Headhunters are going to try to.
right. Morally
it.
so. Morally
Right.
sound, right.
Because technically they can get it if they score their first play, like
Another
quickly,
onside kick.
Yeah, so there's still a chance, but that extra point there really crucial to their ability to come back and possibly win this game.
But good on the Reapers. They came out and didn't slow down all game.
Yeah.
I feel like the only times they slowed down was maybe that one interception.
No, I mean they came out with the intensity from the get-go, man. They from the very first stop that they were able to get after the big run by Kistler, they've been lights out defensively since. A couple big runs by Kistler given up, but they've never given up big plays to anybody else. And then in the second half, they basically shut Kistler down, man. So it's been very impressive to watch. Again, this is a young team, in a sense, with a troublesome past, so to speak, that's trying to step out of that light and into the light of we're a for real football team. And ladies and gentlemen, the Reapers are a for real football team.
They are, for sure. And, wild card team, they tend to be the hungriest, and they got nothing to lose, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the Reapers now are playing with house money as they're going to, let's see, as the onside kick is
good job there.
on the Reaper side, as it will be recovered, and that will be most likely the game. And love to see it as, divisional round is set up, and, resiliency is your ability to bounce back from misfortune or change. And the Reapers wanted to come back to this game to not only win, obviously, to go into further in the playoffs, but they wanted to, right the wrong that was the first time they lost to them in the regular season.
Yeah, and talking to the coaches before the game, they truly believe they simply just let one get away, and their performance today kind of proves that. I mean, they came out here, they wanted to establish themselves from the get-go. They did that. They put the first points on the board. They were countered by two unanswered scores by the Headhunters, making the game 14-7. But since that time, it's been all Reapers, defensively, offensively. KP making plays, Bolden making plays, Samora making plays, Micah making plays in the run game, offensive line playing well, defense playing well, safety plays, secondary. They just, in that second half, they made all the right plays to be a successful football team, and that's what's going to take in the playoffs, being able to execute when it matters most down the stretch, and the Reapers did that tonight.
So KP has taken a knee. And I believe there was a timeout.
I guess they did have a timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So, saved it for the end of the game.
Yeah.
So, super excited for the full slate of football next week. Again, looks like the Reapers are going on to play the Lions, and the Owls will play against the number 1 seed in the Rebels.
Is that your prediction? Is that what we just heard? Did we hear, by slipping up and saying take care of the Rebels? Is that what we're going to say right now? That you think the Owls can do it?
Similar to you can't tell me who the fastest player is. I will not give you a prediction.
Yeah, that's a smart decision there.
I was saying taking care of their plans, which is to play the Rebels.
Right.
Don't you put things in my mouth.
Hey, listen, man. Sometimes you could tell a lot with a slip up. You look like you're about to slip up there and say take care of the Rebels. I just wanted to make sure that's not what you were going to say. That's a power statement.
What are you eating for dinner after this, JR? Get my mind off of these made up hypothetical, upsets. You're trying to get me to slip into.
Ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box on sourdough. With
sourdough.
secret sauce. If you don't know what it is, ask somebody.
It's not a secret. It's ketchup and mayo. Surprise, surprise.
Is that the secret sauce?
Bro, that's every burger's
No, that's not
sauce.
Everybody's secret sauce.
Okay, you're right. They got salt and pepper.
They got salt and pepper.
And 8 seconds are winding down, and Bolden and crew are dancing on the sidelines. And I believe we have arrived at the end of the game.
That's a big win for this franchise.
The Avondale Reapers in their very first playoff game, playoff win.
Yep.
playoff performance, spectacular. 29-20 of the West Valley Headhunters, who, by all means, did not slump.
Yeah.
You know, definitely met their match in a better, faster, stronger team.
Yeah.
But hat goes off to them, a hand, give them a hand as they made it to the playoffs. They've got some stars on their squad, and they got themselves a future ahead of them. And as for now, their off-season starts, and they'll get to what worked, what didn't, and they'll figure it out. So congrats on the season, staying strong, finishing strong. But tonight deserved and belongs to the Reapers.
It definitely belongs to the Reapers, this game's over now. That's the funny thing about it is, the thing about the playoffs is they won. Headhunters are going home. Hats off to the Headhunters on a fantastic season, of course. 6-4 on the season. Going 0-1 in the playoffs. I mean, getting to the playoffs alone is a great accomplishment for the Headhunters. And at the end of the day, you battled. It wasn't an embarrassing performance by any means. Of course, do some recruiting in the offseason, get back to it, and come back out next year ready to put your best foot forward. But the story tonight, yes, is the Reapers. Hats off to the Reapers, their organization, on getting their first ever playoff win. It's a big stepping stone for this organization going forward, of being able to recruit, being able to become a place where people want to be at, and being able to win playoff games is very huge. So hats off to Tyler and the gang. That's the owner and coaching staff for the Reapers. They had a great game plan coming to this game. They executed that game plan very well. And boy, did KP and Bolden absolutely light it up.
And, as we speak about teams being 0-0, the teams they play going forward will be 0-0. They're 1-0, so they got some momentum.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you what, though, going forward, I mean, yes, very talented team, but teams going forward match up against their speed and talent a lot better than this Headhunters team was able to today. So I'm curious to see how the offense and defensive coordinators game plan here going forward. As not to take anything away from the Headhunters, but there's just a lot more foot speed in this league, a lot more talent in this league that is yet to come to play against these Reapers. But let's not take away from their night. Great job, great victory, special win for them, and I'm sure a couple of these guys will be getting game balls in KP and Bolden.
For sure. And like we said, we set the stage for next week. Make sure to tune in as the #1 seed Rebels will play and host the team that surprised the world tonight in the Tempe Owls. For AzCFL Wildcard Weekend. It's in the books. The 2020-21 season is still rolling. For JR Warner, Jesse Burke, thank you for tuning in. And make sure to tune in all week as we bring you Cactus Media X content for AzCFL Game of the Week. We're signing off.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.